$180 or the second place prize of $500. Provided by our friends at Harman Solar. Sign up today at 1580thefanatic.com. The Harman Solar 1580 The Fanatic NFL Fan Pick'em Contest. Exclusively from your home for the NFL and Super Bowl 56 in Arizona.
Want to hear something amazing? Discover matches all the cash back you earn on your credit card at the end of your first year, automatically, dollar for dollar, with no limit on how much you can earn. Extra cash? Come on, how amazing is that? In fact, it's even more amazing when you realize all the places where Discover is accepted. 99% of places in the US that take credit cards. So when it comes to Discover, get used to hearing yes more often. Learn more at discover.com/yes. 2021 Nielsen Report. Limitations apply.
Football is starting soon, and your exclusive home for the NFL and Super Bowl 56. The Fanatic wants to make your business a part of the action. Advertise your business on all the primetime NFL games, Monday, Thursday, and Sunday during the regular season. Here's the game plan. Your custom-produced radio commercial will air 2, even 3 times in every game. Plus, your business is branded during dozens of weekly NFL promos on the station, stream, app, and website. And you'll get commercial reads live during our morning and afternoon drive shows each week promoting your business. Don't forget about special teams. Your business gets 5 extra daily spots throughout the week and matching spots on our live stream website and on the 1580 The Fanatic Sports app. Plus, you can play defense against your competition and lock them out with our category exclusive option play. All this for the best deal ever. Now, even your small business can play with the pros. Go to 1580thefanatic.com for all the info and details. Is your business ready for football season? Go to 1580thefanatic.com and get in the game today.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100+ degrees. 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer, and your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harman Solar today. Harman Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harman Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmansolar.com.
Mortgage rates keep dropping. Whether you're looking to reduce your payments, pull cash out, or shorten your term, take advantage of District Lending's new lower rates. 15-year fixed rates as low as 1.99% APR and 30-year fixed rates as low as 2.49% APR. Call or text 480-694-7890 or check out districtlending.com/rates. That's districtlending.com/rates. NMLS 183-5285, Equal Housing Lender. Mortgage rates subject to change. This is not a commitment to lend.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
He doesn't know how to hit the talkback button.
Oh, he told me I was live.
No, I know he told you, but see, that's the thing. You know what? We should have fired Phil. We should have fired Phil when we had the chance.
I don't believe that the talkback button came up in the conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right. I'll show
right.
it to you later. Hey, listen, everybody. It's the Daily Blender. What is today? Thursday. And I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Keon still learning how to push the buttons here. There's a great big major market
Keon.
Radio station.
That's okay, Keon.
Yeah. Did they have flooring where you did radio? Or is it just dirt? I mean, that's what I'm trying to figure out here. You told me that they have some electronics, but a lot of it is basically people shouting.
It's basically some 2 cups and some string.
Yeah.
And then our listeners will just send us another cup and some string. And that's how we did it over in Chattanooga.
Sure. And some people just said that I'm imagining they're talking. I think they're saying something. I read something. I know what he's saying.
Did you get your text messages via Pony Express?
You guys didn't do text messages there, did you?
We did dashes and dots.
Oh,
Yeah. Yep.
I see.
So there was semaphore out there. The semaphore, by the way, for those of you out there who are from Apache Junction, those are the flags those people would wave. For the dumb people. All right, well, we'll get it all sorted out. Listen, today I'm very excited because this is the kind of thing that makes you think, wow, we're about to have some football, guys.
Okay.
As you know, we're your home for Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night football. We have all the primetime games. We got a bunch of Sunday morning games as well. We
Yes.
are your home for the playoffs and for the Super Bowl and all those things. We've got
Yes.
a shload of Daily Blender fantasy football leagues about ready to kick into action. We have our draft on Saturday. So, of course, we got to get you guys some fantasy football expertise all up in this. So, our friend CJ the Siege, he's going to be on with us in the 5 o'clock hour, giving us some insight on how to better draft in this current climate of NFL weirdness.
So he goes by CJ the Siege.
I asked him that, and he's like, "Well, what do I call you?" He's like, "I don't care." I'm like, you got to tell me what you want me to call you. And he's like, "Well, CJ, but they also call me the Siege. What do you prefer?" I don't care. So I don't know. We should decide right now what we want to call this.
See,
guy.
our fantasy guru is CJ the Siege.
Well, see, that's the thing. It's redundant because I think he wants either or.
Mm.
Well, because it sounds like siege is what happens when you put both of those
Yeah.
letters together.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's where that came from.
Yeah.
I think we go by his given name, Charlie Johnson.
Charlie Johnson. Okay. I'm going to call him Charlie Johnson
All right.
when we get him on the line and see how long it takes to go. Yeah, no.
Charlie
no.
Johnson.
Well, that's what he gets for being like a girlfriend when you go, well, where do you want to eat? And she's like, well, I don't know. And then when you say, well, okay, we're going to get Chinese food, she goes, well, no, I don't want that.
Yeah.
Well, what do you want?
Yeah.
I'm willing to eat wherever
Yeah.
you want to eat. I
Yeah,
don't know.
been there.
Yep.
Been
We've all been there, and you just do the best you can with that. Or I'll call him Carl Jenkins.
there. Oh, that's a good one. Carl Jenkins.
Yeah. We'll figure it out one way or the other, but we've got
Isn't
to
that social media thing that
No.
Jenkins.
No, it's Leroy Jenkins.
That was the gamers where he was in the
Yes.
room there, and that was his battle cry.
Yeah.
okay.
And everybody's like, God damn it, Leroy.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what it was, Leroy Jenkins. But
All
no,
right.
there's no. He's not LJ, so that's not going
Carl
to work.
Jenkins.
So, all right, listen, we've got other things that we're going to deal with, and we've got to talk about today. We've got a bunch of NFL. Before we talk fantasy football, I've got some good man talk for you today. I got a man food segment because we are men. And we
Yeah.
must eat. And so, but then we've got other things that we got to deal with. The first thing I want to bring up is, well, congratulations, Diamondbacks, you got to win. At least you always get one win in every series. It's been that way for a while. And last night was their one win. They beat the Pittsburgh Pirates 5-2, and that's all I have to say about that. Nothing
Really, that's
else.
it.
Is there anything else interesting to say about the Diamondbacks?
You don't want to go into anything else about that game last night.
Well, you go ahead.
Well, I mean, how about we talk about the fact that the Diamondbacks actually showed up and rattled the bat cage a little bit. They got the wood box actually going.
You
It
want me to
took
get
them-
excited about that?
Took them 5 innings, but they scored 2 in the 6th, and then they finished them off in the 8th with 2 more. They had a run in the 7th. Their pitching staff held the Pirates in check. Hey, how about that?
Yeah, how about that? How
We're
about
only-
that?
We're only 3 games behind the Pirates as far as our record goes.
I'm not going to get excited about it. You know why? Because they always do this one game out of every series. And then we even had, what was it, 7 out of 10 games that they won. We're like, oh, are they bouncing back? No, they're not. It was a mirage, just like we thought it was. And now we just have to come to grips with the fact that they'll win one game out of every series, and the end of this season can't come soon enough.
Well, I understand what you're saying, but I listen, for a long-suffering Diamondbacks fan, I'm happy. I'm glad we did not get swept by the damn Pirates, and we now can move on to Philadelphia tonight. And we just came off sweeping the damn Phillies. How about we keep that noise going for a while?
Randy, come on now. I'm wearing a Diamondbacks hat. I'm
Yeah,
feeling like
see that.
I'll always give
Yeah.
love. They are,
Yeah.
my team, but
Yeah.
I'm allowed to not be too happy about it. And the fact of the matter is, they only are winning in little blips. They're winning in little moments, but this is not anything I can get all hooray about. I can't look at any of this. It's going to be like this for the rest of the damn season, and I'll enjoy it when I can, and I'll be despondent about it when the rest of the time. But for now, congratulations, Diamondbacks, you won a game.
Well, I'm happy that they won. Congratulations, Diamondbacks. You continued your domination of the Keystone State. Let's hope you do it tonight. Since 2017, the Diamondbacks have a 7.73 winning percentage versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Just want you to know that. Second best in the damn NL. Okay, just keep that in mind.
All right. Well, I don't know if that is going to be something I'm going to get all excited about or not, but okay. 888-368-1580. That's the number to be a part of the show. And one thing that was kind of cool last night is I don't know how to say his last name. Is it Miguel Sano?
Yes.
Oh, I said it right. Well, he hit the longest home run of the year. He's
oh boy, how exciting!
He hit the ball 495 feet. And they said it was an exit velocity of 116.7 miles an hour.
Neato. I bet he flipped his bat and did a did a salsa all the way around the bases too, didn't he?
No, I didn't see that part. All I saw was the fact he hit it over the fence so hard and it's still going.
Goody.
Yeah. Well, I'm not mad at him. He's not a Yankee. He's not a Dodger. He's a Minnesota Twin.
I'm not mad at him either. I mean, so what?
It was worth noting
that he hit a long home run. The Diamondbacks won, and this guy hits a home run that's 400 and some odd field. Please.
How excited
they won too. I don't know. It's not like he hit a home run in a loss.
Right. I'm just saying. How
was
excited?
it the only hit he got?
I don't know. I just saw the longest home run of the year got hit, and I was like, oh, look at this guy.
I want to see where all the headlines are that Ohtani not only lost the game last night as a pitcher, but he went 0 for the night with 3 Ks. How about your MVP now?
Why do you hate him so much?
I don't hate him. I'm just tired of the sports writers of this country being stupid and not getting it right. As a fan of this game and as a former player at a lower level of baseball, I want to see it gotten right.
I feel like he cut it in front of you in line somewhere.
No,
I feel like something happened.
Ohtani's a special player, but he's not the National or the American League or the MLB MVP. I am sorry, he does not match up.
All right. Well, I don't want to aggravate you about baseball anymore.
Well, it's all aggravating, Jeffrey. Now you've started me off. Now I'm grouchy.
It's all I've got. It was to say congratulations to the Diamondbacks. And oh, look, a guy hit the ball further than anybody else this year. 495 feet, 5 feet shy of 500 feet. It's an impressive hit, no matter what else happened with the Twins or the game or anything else.
I was up late last night watching the Padres and Dodgers go at it. I was up until almost
Holy
1 o'clock in the
moly.
morning.
You were actually watching
16
that?
innings.
Yeah.
And then the damn Dodgers, by the way, ex-Diamondback AJ Pollock won it for the Dodgers in the 16th inning.
Yep. Yeah, that I didn't want to bring that up because the Dodgers won, and I knew if I brought up a 16-inning game, you might lose your ever-loving mind over that. So
that's just my take, just my opinion.
You watched the whole thing for real?
I did. Yeah.
You did not.
I did. Yeah.
How did you not fall asleep?
Who says I didn't fall asleep intermittently throughout? But I was there for the entire game. The TV was on, and I was watching the game, and I saw Pollock get up there and hit that home run.
You saw it live?
Yes, I saw it live.
Okay.
Yes, I did. I also saw Fernando Tatis act like a fool when he got a home run, a cheap-ass home run off of some guy's glove, and he acted like he hit 140 rolls up in right field. Give me a break.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about baseball anymore. Randy,
I don't think we should.
I think Randy's blood pressure is high enough. So let's go to the text line, 888-368-1580. Mars Bars 805 says, happy Thirsty Thursday, guys. Happy hot dog day. Oh, dog day. No, it's not hot dog day. It's dog day. You are correct. And he says, Randy, please pour me an 805 beer. Cheers, guys. Diamondbacks scored 5, and now we got free tacos at Taco Bell.
Yeah, Taco Bell right now. Between 3 and 5, you go to your local Taco Bell. You get what is it? 3 crunchy tacos for free when you order a large drink.
I did not know that.
There you go. Every time the Diamondbacks score 5 runs or more.
That's good. That's a good thing. So that's very good. Of course, the Suns released something that they thought was a good thing. Now, I'm sure they're second guessing that. Did you see the Phoenix Suns introduce a new uniform concept?
No.
It is based, and I got a picture for you here on the video. That's based on Aztec symbolism.
Really?
And so it's got purple outlines and purple number, and then it looks like that pyramid from the dollar bill, sort of. And it's got I don't know. It's an interesting design. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen,
and it's got it all over the uniform too. There's more patterns on the back. There's more patterns on the shorts. Also, I think it looks kind of cool.
You like that?
I do.
Yeah.
What do they have all over it? Oh, I see. Okay.
Aztec sort of drawings, like a pyramid.
But I mean,
I think that's a boombox there under the H. I'm not sure.
I think you're right. So who is this player? Abcab. Abcab. Number 22, Abcab.
Where do you see? No, that's ABCD. No, they are just showing that as an example.
Abcab. Who is this guy? Keon, you know anything about this new player, number 22, Abcab?
There's no player named that.
It's right here on the jersey, number 22.
It's just an example of ABCD. Yeah, it's not okay.
Abcab. Is he a foreign player?
He's a foreign player, and he's a point guard. He's not expected to see much time.
Point guard. Yeah. We already got we don't need a point. We got campaign. We got.
I'm sorry. I meant to say. I'm sorry. I meant to say he's a center. He's a center.
Oh, how tall is this guy? Is he 7-footer?
He's
Abcab.
He's 2 Kyler Murrays, basically. He's 11 feet tall.
We're starting early, are we?
So now they released the design on the Twitterverse there, the Phoenix Suns did, and innocently thinking, hey, I bet people are going to like this, and it's a nice tribute to the Aztecs in the past. And I guess they're like, look at this. There's the Aztec Sunstone right there, and then there's the Aztec Death Stone on the back, a little jaguar armor on the pants leg. Hey, they're like, hey, what do you guys think? And somebody came back and said, I don't think the Aztecs were in Arizona ever.
Yeah, they were in South America, last I heard.
But the Sun said, well, some sources trace the origins of Aztlan, the ancestral home of the Aztec people, to modern-day Arizona before migrating south. While research is still ongoing, we wanted to create an open dialogue with our fans surrounding this uniform concept. And other people are saying, well, why don't you just do a nice uniform for some of the Indian nations that are already, still here, and maybe give them a tribute. And so the Suns are like, okay, we're hearing you. We're listening to all the ideas and thought processes. And Bob in PR is probably going to get fired for not ever taking Arizona history, but still we're listening and we'll talk it through it. And maybe you may never, ever actually see these uniforms when they realize that, no, it was not so much the Aztecs, but maybe the Incans and the Mayans. But okay, more of the Mayans, probably more of the Mayans than anything, honoring Mexican and Mexican-American fans and stuff. But, whatever.
I give them an A for effort there. I don't know if the Aztec tie-in is going to work, but I give them an A for effort trying to relate to a good part of the population here in Arizona, the great Southwest. Yeah.
And listen, they didn't go into this all dumb. They worked with the Arizona Hispanic Chamber of Commerce and the Arizona Latino Arts and Cultural Center. So somebody who knows better would have told them if this was complete boo-boo. So there's got to be some historical background to the idea of saying hi to the Aztecs with this new uniform. So whatever the case, it's not set to go into production yet. They're still just, talking about it, seeing what people think.
I think it's cool that they put it out there first before they made the players wear it. And then there's this uproar like, you idiots, don't you know?
But tell you what, though, if somebody from the Arizona Hispanic Chamber of Commerce and the Arizona Latino Arts and Cultural Center says, no, that's cool, you should use that. These are badass uniforms. You should use that.
I'm kind of digging them. The only thing that I would change on this, and this is just me, that mid-stripe purple thing they got there.
Right there,
I would
by
have
the belt
added,
line.
Yeah, I would have added two colors of orange, kind of, 3 different layers. One a little darker orange and a little lighter orange. So you start with the lighter orange, the darker orange, then you go to the purple. I think that would be sweet looking.
I had no idea you were a clothing designer.
No, I'm not, but I think that would look hot. I just think that would look cool. And it would also draw in more the Phoenix Suns colors.
Well, all right. You know what? I can get behind that, Randy. I can get behind that. 888-368-1580. Now the text line is chock full of nougaty goodness. Let's see what people have to say. Papa Mike says, didn't the Suns release a new design this year? What is this going to be a yearly thing?
It's a city. I think it was the city jersey this year.
Yeah,
wasn't
they're
it?
still going with that. It was the stuff they had last year. They said they're still going to roll with that most times because it was very popular. Everybody likes it.
Yeah.
Charlie Boy says, to be honest, the new Suns gear looks terrible. Just saying. Well, that's
Really?
because you're a filthy racist, Charlie Boy, and you're
no,
against
he's
anything that's. No, I'm just being that way. That's all right. You can have your own opinion, your own taste, but yeah, I mean, I've seen worse. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
I've seen worse. Charlie Boy's mad because I made Keon take down the WWE towel.
Is that what it is?
He's still not happy about that.
Jason's not too happy about it. I'm sorry, Chief's not too happy about it. He was kind of giving me a somewhat of a silent protest with that thing draped across his chest. And I'm like, listen, for as much as this might not be a real sports radio show, which I'm sure will shock most of you, this is a real sports radio station. And in a real sports radio station, in the real control room, we're not going to have anything up there that promotes fake sports. We got Sun stuff. We got Diamondback stuff. We got all sorts of stuff back there, but we're not going to have fake stuff. So no,
there was
Fake,
a
like-
lot of grumbling when you made him take it down. There was something about Tim Donaghy and the NBA being fake. There was a lot of stuff coming out.
A lot of fake. So you're saying that you had him take down the what? What was it?
I just had him take down he had a WWE towel or something up there.
I see. All right.
Yeah. I'm not going to ever mention it again because I'm so tired of you
All right.
playing that damn song. Just a Tip says, good afternoon, gentlemen. Please have Randy show us on the doll where Otani touched him. I was going to say the exact same thing. 'Cause he's got
I'm just tired of Tim Kitchen and the rest of these guys who think they know baseball, who've been writing about it, so they obviously know it, never played a day in their life outside of T-ball somewhere back in New York. They think they know the game, and they're all, Shohei Otani walks on water. There are at least 10 guys.
Is that what it's going to take, Randy?
10
What
guys
no.
that
What
are
if-
better players than Shohei Otani.
No.
What if I get video of him walking on water?
No, because
Oh
then
my God.
if Shohei Otani walked on water, Randy would be like, Jesus did it better. There would be no
Well,
pleasing
that's
Randy
exactly
White.
right. You're
You know,
exactly
let me tell
right.
you something. I don't think it's right that Otani got all these votes
10
when
guys,
Jesus did
and
not
on
get
this-
enough votes.
On this very show, I proved there was 10 guys better than Shohei Otani.
I just hope Otani never hears the show because I don't know how it.
You know what? He would agree with me.
I mean, he wouldn't understand most of what we're saying anyway. But still, I don't know how I'd ever explain it to him. You know, I don't know how to explain it. Your absolute venom and hatred. For
I do not
Shohei
have
Ohtani.
venom nor hatred for Shohei Otani. I'm sure he's a very nice man,
There's a little
and
hate.
he is a
There's a-
super talented guy.
There's
But
a
he is
venom.
not the every time if he farts and hits a home run, it makes headlines. Last night, where are the headlines? He went 0 for the game with 3 strikeouts and lost the game. Where are the headlines? I want equal treatment.
In fairness, I think that the home runs tend to be the headline, not the farting, but that's
Yeah.
just me.
I don't know. For me, it'd be the fart.
Well, on this show, it is.
Yeah, it's absolutely
some
the farting.
no-name guy hits a home run 490 feet. We just think, the earth crust just cracked open.
I mean, on
And it's
this
amazing.
show, I don't care about Otani. I
Oh
just
my
don't understand
God.
why you're so anti-Otani.
I'm not anti-Otani. He's not the MVP. I'm sick of hearing it.
Well, now I know how to get you. It's a daily blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
What's up? This is Riley. And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A grilled chicken club sandwich is the applewood bacon. It's savory and then it's also kind of sweet. And I think the combination of bacon with chicken and Colby Jack cheese, it just really knocks it out of the park.
Hey, I'm Tanea. A little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A grilled chicken club sandwich is the chicken. It's so juicy. It's grilled to perfection. I'm going to devour this sandwich.
Order the grilled chicken club sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100 plus degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer. And your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment and they're A-plus rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com.
Bruce and Dale here. Remember, football is starting soon, and your exclusive home for the NFL and Super Bowl 56, The Fanatic, wants to make your business a part of the act.
Advertise your business on all the primetime NFL games during the regular season.
Your custom-produced radio commercial will air 2, even 3 times in every game.
Plus, your business is branded during dozens of weekly NFL promos on the station, stream, app, and website.
And you'll get commercials read live during our morning and afternoon drive shows.
Plus, get 5 extra daily spots throughout the week and matching spots on our live stream website and on the 1580 The Fanatic Sports app.
You can even lock your competition out of this offer with our category exclusive option plan.
All this for our best deal ever.
Go to 1580thefanatic.com for all the info and details.
Don't get a delay of game penalty.
Go to 1580thefanatic.com and get in the game today.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. And listen, we've all been hearing about Valley Medical weight loss for quite some time now. We've been hearing about how easy they make it to lose weight and keep it off. And we've been hearing about how convenient it is to visit one of their 3 Valley locations. And we've heard these other guys on the radio station here have success. Yeah, I've heard about it too. So I've joined in and I've already lost 6 pounds in just a couple of weeks. I am so glad I gave Valley Medical weight loss a try, and you will be too. Check them out at valleymedicalweightloss.com. And remember, mention Fanatic and you'll get your first week free. Hey guys, time to get your fantasy football on. Be part of the Daily Blender Fantasy Football League. See if your team has what it takes to take on the Blender personalities of the 4th dimension. You can win $100 from our friends at Harman Solar if you win your league. To sign up, just email me, blender@1580thefanatic.com. Blender@1580thefanatic.com. That's blender@1580thefanatic.com. Oh, wait, you should probably listen to the show too. It's the Daily Blender Fantasy Football League, only from 1580 The Fanatic. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. And that's right. Get yourself over to a computer, turn on said computer, go to your email program and send me an email, blender@1580thefanatic.com, and I'll get you into a Blender Fantasy Football League. I got a couple of guys on standby right now getting ready to start another league. I just need some more people to join in with them so they're not too damn lonely. Part of me is just like, you know what? All right, fine. I'll have 2 people in one league. And they'll just play each other every single week till the damn thing's over. If that's what I got to do, that's what I got to do.
Be kind of interesting.
But I'd really think they'd rather have more opponents in that. So everybody have been placed in their fantasy football league except for 2 guys. Now, if you have not been placed yet and you're like, whoa, Jeffrey O'Brien, I sent an email or, I wanted to play. What the hell? Send me one right now, blender@1580thefanatic.com. And it's not too late. I will get you situated. I'll get you into a league. And you'll have the chance to play for the $100 prize if you win your Daily Blender League. So, all right. Have you guys done any mock drafts? Has anybody checked it out?
I have not. I have a quick question though.
Yes, Randy White, 1580 Fanatic. Yeah.
So if we get these new Blender leagues going, how are you going to assign draft positions? Are you going to have to consume more Oreo cookies?
I wish, but no. What happens now is we have the original draft positions for each league. They're all duplicated across. So this new league will just use the exact same draft position picker thing.
All right. Now, in regards to the mock draft, I don't know what a mock draft is all about. I need your help, Sensei. I was talking to Junk Food Jake today. He says he's doing 3 or 4 mock drafts a day. I don't understand this concept of mock drafting.
You're not alone. I'm answering some emails to some of the newbies that are in our leagues, and I'm never annoyed at the questions. I'm not going to call out the people who are asking the questions, but there's no question that's too simple or too obvious. I'm happy to answer. So what you do is now that we've established the draft order, you go into a mock draft and you place yourself at that position in the mock draft so you can see what sorts of players may or may not be around when it's your turn. And then you kind of go through that and you get a good sense of what your team might look like. But you also get a good sense of, okay, if I do this, then I might miss out on that. And it might change the way you think about how you put your draft together. So like, for instance, I'm going to be 9. So I would go into a mock draft, make sure that I'm picking from the 9th position in that draft. And I would just go through the motions and go, okay, so that's how this is going to go. This is and the computerized mock drafts are based off of percentages of people who have already drafted in some leagues. In some platforms, but in NFL.com, I believe that's how they do that. But it just gives you a pretty good sense of what you're going to be up against on the actual draft day.
Keon, what position in the upcoming draft are you?
I am 6th. I'm right after you.
Wow, look at that. He's right next to me.
So you guys will take turns ruining each other's lives.
That is correct.
Yeah. I'm not going to do that to you, Keon.
You're not going to do it on purpose, but
No.
it's going to happen.
If you draft a good player, there's just going to be some rounds you're going to draft somebody that I wanted.
Well, I don't think you understand my draft philosophies. Mine are not yours, and yours are not mine.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to take with the 5th overall pick my defense. Probably. Yeah.
Well, that would be a horrible mistake.
I want to make sure I get the right defense for the rest of that sets up my entire rest of my team. I'm a defensive-minded coach.
You know what? When old CJ is on with us later on talking about fantasy football, we will get an idea from him on what a good sort of kind of back of your. I mean, you can always throw it out the window if there's some amazing player available. But like, how do you do? Do you do wide receiver, tight end, running back? How do you do each one of your picks? Because a lot of people go in thinking, okay, my first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get just the best player available because you're in the top 10. That's what you do. Then you think about the next thing. Wide receiver. Yeah, it's going to be a wide receiver. It's going to be a running back. People have their own strategies and their own ways of doing stuff. But I'd love to hear this guy. This guy's won like 17 different championships. And I'm not talking about with his buddies. I'm talking about for money.
Yeah, with the best fantasy football players in
Charlie
the country.
Joyner?
Yes.
Charlie Joyner has.
Yes, Charlie Joyner. Thank
Nice.
you. Just call him CJ, Randy. Don't. No, it's not Pamela Anderson from Baywatch, Moist One. It's not that CJ. Sorry. Anyway, so when we talk to the Siege later, we're going to find out what sort of a good basic philosophy to follow is. And then maybe that'll help you in your thinking, Randy. Because the defense,
we have the PPT league,
the PPR, is points per reception.
Right. Okay. All right.
I don't even think there is a PPT league. What did you think PPT stood for?
I don't know. I just heard you guys throwing around PP and something, and I didn't know what it was.
Listen, R. Kelly ain't here in this league. There's nobody throwing around PP. All right.
All right.
Robert Surprise says, in the fantasy league, will the defense be giving up points or is it just 0? That was
a great question.
First question my wife asked me as she stood there next to me with a knife. And I said, no, dear, there will be no negative points on defense. You can only 0 it out. And that is the way it's going to be. Somebody said, there's a thing in the league where if you there's a chance you get 6 points for a field goal. Well, that ain't supposed to be that way, so I better go back in there and check that out.
Nice.
So
I like that.
I'm going to go back through and check all the scores, make sure I didn't accidentally put the wrong number in the wrong place. But unless it's like an 80-yard field goal or something like that,
In which case, if it's 6 points per field goal, I might have to consider drafting a kicker way earlier than I planned.
No, there's no way it's 6 points for
so
field
Keon,
goal.
when do you start drafting your kicker?
I don't even think about that, to be honest with
It's like your last pick?
Basically.
So, well,
so is that your last pick, your kicker?
Yeah, your second, I don't know, your defense should not be even a thought process till about.
I didn't ask about defense. I'm asking about when do you get your kicker?
Let me answer the question my own way. About the second or third to last thing I'm going to think about is a defense. The very last thing I'm going to think about is a kicker. I may not even draft a kicker until the dust is settled and I kind of look at my players and go, okay, who can I get rid of for a kicker? Maybe I'll do it that way.
So you don't really put much stock in a kicker, even though you could get some massive points if you pick up a kicker. Let's say for the Jaguars, who are not going to score a lot of touchdowns this year. Maybe their kicker is a guy that's going to be kicking all these field goals. Did I just kind of blow you up a little?
That's still not the priority because your kicker's not going to score as many points as your running back or your wide receivers.
I had many times, and this is an honest question, guys. I had many times last year, my quarterback scored more than my wide receivers. Many times. Why wouldn't I pick a quarterback with 1 overall?
Because those are easy to find.
Really?
A good wide receiver who's going to get you the kind of points you need to win. That's something you want to prioritize.
I got to tell you, I don't know. I don't, Jeffrey, you and I need to talk more.
I'm not saying a good quarterback is, useless. In fact, the scoring for this league, we've given a little more importance to the position of quarterback by making it 20 yards per point instead of 25 yards a point. Why did I do that? Because seeing how a lot of the running back positions are going to running back by committee, I kind of felt like we needed to sort of balance things out a little bit, because 3 people will have a running back who's going to play like Alvin Kamara or Christian McCaffrey or whoever. And then everybody else is going to be like down in the damn basement of running back points. So that is why we made that decision. And again, I want to let you guys know that all the scoring that we had set up was observed and approved by fantasy girl Rosalie Michaels.
Okay.
Well, there you go. Who probably looked at it and went, oh, hell, if I know that's happening, I can own this league. So there's a chance that she did not, use her best integrity in approving that scoring.
It's possible that she decided that she was going to take matters into her own hands. And
possible.
And she looked at it and went, oh, yeah, I can easily win this.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm going to do.
She sees a mistake I've made, and she's like, and she'll be like you said, drafting a kicker first round, Yep. And I put 6 points for an extra point. Yeah, that person's going to win. Robert from Surprise says, here's some good fantasy advice. Never correct your enemy when he's about to make a mistake. Randy's not my enemy. Yeah, we're playing against each other in the league, but I'm always kind of rooting for Randy to do well because he takes it so personally. I don't like to see him upset. You shouldn't take it so personally.
I take it personally.
You get a little bit riled up about stuff.
What are you talking about? Fantasy football? I don't care.
Yeah, if you didn't care, you wouldn't be saying, fine, yeah, like you were the other day about it.
What are you talking about?
Should we go get the tape and I play it back for you?
Yes, please do.
Randy, you were very mad that you were picking 5th.
And listen, I just taught Keon how to hit the talk back button, so I don't know if he can find audio. So you got to give me a minute on that.
I'll take 5th.
Good Cat says, if the Cardinals go 2-4 to start the season, will Cliff Dingleberry be fired early, or is it only if he misses the playoffs? And by the way, hooray, no Phil today. Oh, come on now, be nice.
Was that directed at me? I don't think so. I think Mr. Bidwell will allow this season to play out. He'll make his moves at the end of the season accordingly.
Big George says, wait, so Rosalie Michaels approved of 6 points per field goal? I don't trust her. She's biased. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, yep. She might be onto something.
I'm going to go double check that. He says, every time I log into NFL Fantasy Football app, they want me to pay $9.99 for something called Fantasy Plus. Is that worth the extra cost, Jeffrey? No, I wouldn't do that. I mean, you definitely want to pay extra for Blender After Dark. But not for that. I don't think you didn't have it before. I don't think you need it now. But listen, if you want to try it, I'm not telling you what to do with your life. Robert from Surprise says, will there be individual weekly prizes for the person with the highest point total? No, I'll probably mention you. I'll probably say, hey, good job to that guy. And I'll probably find the person with the worst point total and say, you suck. But no, there's no weekly prizes for that. The weekly prizes are supposed to come from the Fanatic Harmon Solar NFL Fan Pick'em contest. There, we're supposed to have some weekly prizes. Dr. Roadmap says, just got back from 4 months in the Miami area. Did you know they named an expressway after Don Shula?
Yes.
I'd be shocked if they didn't in Miami there, Dr. Roadmap.
Yeah.
Fifth letter says League 7 is full of half fame texters. I think it means Hall of Fame texters.
Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Maybe.
One of the leagues is very quiet. No smack talking. Nobody's doing anything. I think it's League 4 or something like that. Just like very quiet in there. Might have to do like a wellness check on some of those guys.
Yeah. No trash talking?
Nothing. Zero. I don't know. Moist One says, yeah, I won 17 championships too in the Make-A-Wish leagues that I run.
Ooh.
Hefty Lefty says, the Siege was my what I call my current sex life because I'm getting nothing from the outside world.
The Siege.
Blissful Hayes says, Ohtani for MVP. By the way, the Diamondbacks have two things to strive for this season. First, they can go for the worst record in the Major League Baseball, or second, they can get 50 games out of first place. Every tram needs goals.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll make the worst record in baseball. I think the Orioles have that locked up. As far as 50 games out of first place, that's still within reach for the Diamondbacks.
Mr. Pringle says, you're going through fantasy football experts faster than co-hosts. That's not fair. That's not untrue, but it's not fair. It's it's life is like that. It's nothing. Well, shut up. Senior Wake and Bake says, shout out to the Suns for recognizing. Is that? Are you trying to make me say a dirty word? I'm gonna ask my wife about that word before I say it in Spanish out loud.
Good call, Jeffco.
Yeah.
Good call. Yeah, it's a good call.
Yeah. There was somebody made me say something that oh man, I'd be in big trouble. They're trying to say, hey, that's cool, but they added a letter to it. And it turns out that's a bad word. Miss Wilbur says, blood pressure, Randy. Blood pressure. Good Cat says, what does Sergio Garcia think of the start of the NFL season? What do you care what Sergio thinks?
Well, listen, Spain is going to win the La Liga. Spain is always strong, and we can expect Spain to dominate, La Liga. Okay, I don't know what you want from me. Football is football. Spain's going to win.
No, he's talking about American football there, Sergio Garcia.
What are you talking about, America? You mean MSL? Hey, you mean the MSL?
No,
is that what you're talking about?
Pretty sure we're talking about American football.
NWSL, the ladies that are running up and down there playing the football?
Ask him questions. Yeah, that's fine. That's good, Sergio. That's good. Yeah, that's good.
Very good.
Yeah, that's good. No Show says, I sent my email to be a part of this fantasy this year, number 3. Okay, win. If you have not been placed into a league, then you better send it again. And outside of that, I don't understand your gibberish. Robert from Surprise says, after the draft, will the matchups change, or will it be playing Colossal Rocket week 1? Whoever you've got in your first game, that's who you got in your first game. Just the Tip says, talking about real sports, I had a brief Twitter chat with Big George yesterday, and he turned me onto Goal Ball. Serious talk. Search it, find it. Those people who play in those games are heroes. Yeah, he's talking about the Paralympics, I think, and there's they got blind soccer. Is that what that is? Or blind dodgeball? All I saw was some blind girl standing there, waiting to hear the whizzing sound of something going by, I think.
I didn't see that at all.
I didn't watch it, so I don't know. Just a tip. If you think you can sell us on this, you let me know. Bruno Baller says, tell Sergio it's the brand of football that Anthony Munoz played. I don't get that.
Yeah, well,
Anthony Munoz, didn't he play
for the Steelers?
Was he the Steelers, Anthony Munoz, or was he the Bengals?
I don't know.
Offensive lineman, I think.
I don't know. Mr. Pink Eye says,
Bengals, you're right.
Can I take Randy's spot in the Premier League since he doesn't care about fantasy football? No. How's that? Purple Nurple says, breaking news, Patriots have acquired running back. What do you really think I was going to, I'll say it in a different way. I don't think there is a running back by the name of Michael Hunt. No, especially not a Mike. Nice try, buddy. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
It's Macy's Ultimate Shopping Event with an extra 30% off top designer looks to take you from summer to fall when you use your coupon or Macy's card. Plus, get your beauty fix with 15% off this season's must-have fragrances, skincare, makeup, and more. And get it faster when you pick curbside or in-store. Or try same-day delivery powered by DoorDash right now at Macy's. Savings off regular sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. And after hearing about all the success these other guys have had here at the radio station with Valley Medical Weight Loss, I finally joined in. And man, am I glad I did. I'm already seeing results. What's great about Valley Medical Weight Loss is how easy they make it to lose weight at any one of their 3 Valley locations. And they help you customize a plan that works for your lifestyle and, more importantly, your wallet. Get with them today and see what program works best for you. Mention Fanatic, you'll get your first week free. Check them out at valleymedicalweightloss.com.
When it comes to automotive repairs, where do you start? Been looking for a new home? Should you rent or buy? If you're looking for the latest trends in the automotive industry or real estate, look no further than the Drive Friendly Radio Show. Hosted by Steve, with over 40 years in the automotive industry, and Felicia, who's well established in the real estate market, you can get great advice and insight you can trust. You'll be smarter for listening, and maybe you'll have a little fun, too. The Drive Friendly Radio Show, Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Your best plan to retire might be right under your roof. This is Rob Canier, and for over 20 years, I've helped people discover how they can utilize a portion of their equity in their home as a coordinated strategy in retirement planning, thus creating additional monthly cash flow, paying less taxes, and making their retirement assets last longer. This is a safe and proven retirement strategy for qualified homeowners age 62 and older. All you have to do is reverse your thinking. Call me, Reverse Rob, to learn more at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773.
This is Joan, enjoying some me time up on the rim. This is Simon and his friends paddling the Salt River. And this is Brad. Brad is, well, no one knows where Brad is. What they all have in common is that they went to azmvdnow.gov to quickly and easily renew their registration or 30 other services. So go to azmvdnow.gov and get more time to enjoy all the things you love.
Sponsored by ADOT in partnership with the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
Contractors need bonds, and the professionals at Constructors Bonding have been Arizona's leading surety management team for 40 years. We don't just deliver bonds, we make your bonding better. As the #1 producer with 14 markets, Constructors Bonding has the relationships and expertise to get you better capacity, better rates, and better terms. For better bonding, call Dave McKee at Constructors Bonding at 602-432-5929. That's 602-432-5929. Or visit cbialliance.com.
Sports. We love it and you love it. Quite frankly, I don't trust anyone who doesn't love it. Do you?
Is that a serious question?
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, your exclusive home for the NFL and Super Bowl 56.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. And I know the morning show is complaining about the air conditioning not working. Well, they were right. It wasn't working. And it has been fixed, and still having a hard time cooling down the studio here right now. Still showing 76 balmy degrees inside this studio. Radio Ron was cool, though. He brought over this giant fan that has been blowing life-giving air into the studio to keep me on the air and alive. So I appreciate that. But this is not the right day for air conditioning to go out. 110 degrees at least was supposed to be the high. I don't know what kind of weather situation we're in right now, Randy, but could you fill everybody in on what's going on in the weather and what we have to look forward to this weekend, as well as tonight and tomorrow?
From the Harman Solar 1580 The Fanatic Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Randy White. 110 currently outside at sunshiny weather. Excessive heat warning is in effect this evening. It'll cool down to about 100 overnight, 88. And as we move along for the next several days, it's going to drop off 108 by Saturday, 102 by Monday. And if we go along after that, it says it's going to get even cooler and cooler. 98 by a week from this Saturday. And overnight lows are starting to drop. There's no real chance of rain right now in the city. However, the radar shows there's some blips around Arizona, so be careful out there. From the 1580 The Fanatic Weather Center, Chief Meteorologist Randy White, back to you, Jeff. Go.
Thank you, Randy. Hey, Keon, you're new here. Let's just give Keon an intelligence test, shall we?
All right.
Keon, you're new here. Would you go hiking in this weather?
No.
Congratulations, you're not an idiot. Because can you believe, now I know you show up here in town ready to come work for the mighty 1580 The Fanatic and be on the amazing Daily Blender, and you're like, you're your first day you got here, right? You probably drove into town. You're like, all right, this isn't bad. And the moment you open up your car door to get gas, you're like, oh, hell, is it too late to go back? Oh, my God, it's hot. Oh, dear Lord, is that why? Why would people live in this?
Well, I told you when I first moved into my apartment, the air conditioning didn't work.
Even worse. So now you got baptized by literal fire. So now it was the first thing you thought, I could hike in this.
No, that was actually the last thing I thought. In fact, maybe it wasn't even a thought.
I would guess it's not even a singular thought that would come into your head. But when they say, oh, excessive heat warning, all Randy and I can think is Oh, so you mean it's August? It's just every damn year. Every year, we don't need an excessive heat warning. We don't need a heat warning. We don't need to be reminded. We need a little bit of a wind blows. We don't need people on TV going, "Oh dear God, it's windy." We don't need that. If you're too stupid to come here and well, you decide to go hiking, well, you know, maybe we didn't need more of your DNA around. Maybe we just are okay now that you're, you know,
here in the deserts of Arizona.
Yeah,
it's a survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
We
just you know, we don't send our best and brightest up those mountains.
Yeah, it's a Darwin test.
That's right.
Yeah.
Some people take the test, and that's the failure already.
Now, the other thing is when the weather does cool down and you say, oh, I could hike in this weather. This is beautiful. Remember to keep an eye out for rattlesnakes.
Yeah, rattlesnakes and wild boars.
Oh, they're called javelina, and no, you can't eat them.
No,
you can, but they don't taste good. The meat is horrible. So
it depends on how you fix it, but stay away from
them.
them.
If you see a little javelina, little tusks, you know, you're like, oh, it's adorable. You're about to get murdered by the thing's mom.
Yeah.
So stay away from the javelina and the snakes and the trails.
All right.
And
Snakes, javelina, got it.
If you do go hiking, take a walking stick. That way, at least you have something to sort of defend yourself against the cougars. Now, I'm not talking about cats. I'm talking about the old ladies from Scottsdale. They're going to be all over you, Keon.
Yeah.
You got to watch out for the snakes and stuff. What's this all about? Radio, can you bring up Mike 2, please? Radio Ron is joining us here in the studio.
We just had a visit from Hefty Lefty, and he said to give this to Keon's.
Oh my God! Yeah, it says Go Wizards. There it is.
Well, again, I said we can't hang stuff if it's not real sports.
Hey,
so
just because they're terrible doesn't mean they're not real.
Well, Radio Ron's going to hand that to you. If you feel led by your personal Lord and Savior to hang that, well, I'm not going to tell you what to do with your life. But at least
it's a towel.
I'd rather see a Wizards towel hanging up than a stupid fake wrestling towel.
Is that a crying towel?
I don't know. Why does Hefty Lefty have that?
I don't know either. But yeah, I like it. Thank you.
I thought Hefty Lefty was a Chicago fan too, by the way.
Hefty Lefty, what the hell's the story on that? Because I know you're listening, so text in there. Wow. All right. So Keon is like, well, this is my first week of Major Market Radio, and he's like, they brought me a towel. Yeah. Oh, I wonder what else they could bring me. What do you need, Keon? Somebody could bring you by. What do you need?
What do I need? I think I'm doing okay. I will take any and all Washington things, but that's just.
Boy, is he blowing this? Is he blowing this?
I don't know. I'm trying. I don't know.
Let me tell you a story. About back in 2001, I go on the radio and somebody says something to me, and I'm like, you silly monkey. And then somebody else says, you called Bob a silly monkey. And I says, yeah, lady, you're a silly monkey too. And we're just having fun. And then all of a sudden, people started giving me stuffed monkeys and little, stuffed animals, little clapping thing, It became a thing. I didn't ask for it to become a thing. I only said it maybe that one time. And at that time, I was like, oh, my God. I should have. Hey, you gold bar. Hey, you Porsche.
Hey, you stack $1 million.
Sup, Ferrari. I blew it. And you're blowing now. All you're
blowing it right now.
Yes, it's towels. All you're gonna get is
Now all
towels.
I'm gonna get is towels. Well, if they're Washington related.
Oh no, he just became the guy from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. They're just gonna give you a towel. You'll want to be called Ford Perfect, but they're gonna call you the other guy's name, Arthur Dent. That's what they're gonna call you, Arthur Dent. Have you watched the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
Can't say that I have.
Oh, you're no nerd. You're no nerd.
I know.
That's a good movie. That's a good movie right there. The new one. That's a good movie. Randy has no idea what I'm talking about.
Nope.
That's fine. We'll move on. Good Cat says, is Dusty Rhodes offended by Jeffrey's hatred of fake wrestling?
No, listen, Dusty Rhodes, American dream is not. He understands everybody has a right. That's America. And here in the great country of the U.S. of A., everybody has a right to their own opinion. And people that want to talk down and talk badly about the great sport of a World Wrestling Federation, Association, and the rest of it, that's okay. They have their opinion. But listen, as far as me, Daddy, the American dream, there's no better sport than the World Wrestling Federation. Dusty Rhodes, the American dream. God bless y'all, Daddy. We're out.
Okay, so does anybody find it weird that a fake Dusty Rhodes from fake wrestling, who is who's really dead,
He was just here.
has my back. Sort of.
I don't know what you mean. He was just here.
It is a little odd.
It's a little weird.
He had his sunglasses on. He's got that blonde hair, that amazing tan that he always had, that denim shirt. He always had the denim shirt on.
Mm-hmm.
Are you kidding me?
Sure.
The American Dream. When the American Dream talks about you, Jeffrey, I mean, that's saying something.
Randy, I have a serious question.
Uh-oh.
Is your house haunted?
No.
Okay.
Why would you ask him that?
Dusty Rhodes is in his house and in his prime.
Yeah.
That sounds like a ghost to me.
Does sound like a ghost.
I don't know what you're talking about. Dusty Rhodes is a great American, great man.
All right. Hefty Lefty says he got the towel when he was visiting DC. He has an aunt who lived there back in 2005. We went to the Verizon.
Was that an aunt?
Wait, how do you say it? That's how I say aunt. My auntie. How do you say it? Aunt? How do you say it? Keon, how do you say it? Aunt and uncle
Oh, man.
or aunt
I'm
and
the
uncle?
worst at this because it's interchangeable for me. I will say aunt right now.
Yeah.
And then in 2 weeks I'll say aunt. And it does nothing. My brain doesn't see any problem there.
Aunt Ruth.
Oh. Well, let's just mock me for speaking appropriate English.
No, I'm not mocking you. I was just asking, did you just say aunt? The king's
I just did say aunt. His aunt.
Okay, all right.
Hefty Lefty will sing his aunt back in 2005. They went to watch a Wizards game, and he says, I was looking through my old stuff and found that. And there you go. Back in the Agent O days.
Agent O.
What's the Agent O day? I think that's a text message gone bad from the voice text. Found that back in the Agent O days. I don't understand.
I mean, that's got to be the Agent Zero days. Gilbert Arenas he wore number 0 and he was Agent Zero.
Oh, so I used proper English when I should have said 0. All right, fine. I don't care about that. He says, look, I'm not a Chicago fan. I'm born and raised Lakers fan. I always loved going to basketball games of any team, though, says the Hefty Lefty.
So why did I think he was a Chicago fan? For some
because
reason,
of his nickname?
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, sorry about that misunderstanding.
And say hello to your aunt for us. Yes, I get it now. Agent Zero. See, the thing is, if you're going to say Agent Zero, type out the word 0. Did you guys type out the word 0, or is it just O?
I think we just typed it out.
Zero.
0. Agent
Because
Zero.
it just looked good written down. Agent Zero.
But you put the agent and then the letter 0. It's just, the number 0, just like O.
It just looks like an O. Yeah.
I
can see that.
Who says, hey, call me 602? No, it's 602.
Well, I say 602, but if you put the O down, you put a slash through it. See, now everybody would know that's a 0.
But if you're texting it, there is no slash. So it's just going to look like an O.
But if you're texting it, the 0 is skinnier than the O. The O is fatter.
888-368-1580. Just doesn't.
No, you said 1580.
1580.
Yeah.
Big George says, Randy, what do you think of Eduardo Perez doing that 16-inning game last night between the Padres and the Dodgers?
Well, the thing is, the guy's got to really be tired tonight. His jaws got to be really worn out. 16 innings, and listen, the Dodgers they played an amazing game, and there was all kinds of drama and excitement. I'm really glad you guys stayed up all night, Big Joe. Thank you, Big Joe.
Yeah, someday somebody's gonna say, "Hey, Eduardo, maybe one less stick of bubblegum in there. That's all. Maybe just one less stick, and you'll be fine." Let's see. King Kitten says, when I played fantasy football, we had a 4-team league. Every team was an all-star team. We scored tons of points. It was very competitive and actually a lot of fun. You know what? If we have only 4 people playing that league, someone is still going to win $100. So that actually, I'm starting to think nobody should join that because I want to see what happens.
Yeah, just an arcade game of a fantasy football league.
Oh, can you imagine? And you'd still have to strategize. You would still have to strategize against the other guy. The waiver wire would be a mess. But listen, we'd rather have more the merrier in that league. So if you'd like to play in one of our Daily Blender fantasy football leagues, it's blender at 1580thefanatic.com. Send me an email. Say, I want to play the fantasy football, man. Blender at 1580thefanatic.com. Fish Tank says, I don't know if anyone has ever brought anything for Phil or that bobbleheaded kid before him, but I think Keon might be here until he collects his retirement.
Could
Oh,
be.
see, that was a nice compliment right
That was
there.
very nice.
I will
yeah.
take that compliment. I
Although,
like it.
Randy and I are quitting like immediately.
Yeah.
We're so out of here. The minute Keon's here. By the way, we're going to Sirius XM too. So we'll see ya.
Bye.
Yeah, in fact, we're going now. Keon, can you do the rest of the show? We're out of here. All right, guys. I will get to the rest of the text messages when we come back. We're also going to talk about the mascot madness we didn't get a chance to talk about yesterday. And I got Dumb and Dumber for you in the Man Talk and a ton of NFL. That's right. We're getting close, kids. We're getting close. And we are so damn close. How many weeks away are we now? It's not 2. It's 3, right? Is it 3 weeks?
No, I think it's 2.
It's 2 weeks. No, it's officially 2 weeks. Oh
Yeah.
my God,
2
it's
weeks,
2
yeah.
weeks.
26, man. Yeah.
It's 2 weeks. Oh, I'm really tired. I usually don't show that much emotion, or physical or otherwise. Which now I got to probably answer a call to my wife. Oh, really? So, but yes, I'm very excited. We should all be excited. 2 more hours of the Daily Blender coming up next here on 1580 The Fanatic. 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks.
Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Because there's only one you, Vuse Alto is the vape as unique as you are. With Vuse by You, you can make your unique mix with any of 4 colors, 3 flavors, 3 nicotine levels, and infinite wrap designs. So how will you do you? Make Vuse Alto a vape that is yours. In store now. Discover more at Vuse.com. Vuse. Charge beyond. Vapor products. Underage sale prohibited. Website and offers restricted to age 21 and over tobacco consumers.
Want to hear something amazing? Discover matches all the cash back you earn on your credit card at the end of your first year, automatically, dollar for dollar, with no limit on how much you can earn. Extra cash? Come on, how amazing is that? In fact, it's even more amazing when you realize all the places where Discover is accepted. 99% of places in the US that take credit cards. So when it comes to Discover, get used to hearing yes more often. Learn more at discover.com/yes. 2021 Nielsen Report. Limitations apply.
Mortgage rates keep dropping. Whether you're looking to reduce your payments, pull cash out, or shorten your term, take advantage of District Lending's new lower rates. 15-year fixed rates as low as 1.99% APR and 30-year fixed rates as low as 2.49% APR. Call or text 480-694-7890 or check out districtlending.com/rates. That's districtlending.com/rates. NMLS 183-5285, Equal Housing Lender. Mortgage rate subject to change. This is not a commitment to lend.
AZ Preps 365 is your headquarters for all things high school sports in Arizona. Brett Quintine, James Mello, and Jose Garcia keep you up to speed with all the action, highlights, interviews, and insider information for the prep sports scene. You need to tune in to AZ Preps 365 every Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on your new home for sports, 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Hey guys, it's Stephen McCollum from the Main Event here on 1580 The Fanatic. Coming up on Friday at 1 p.m. We made it to Friday, and preseason games number 3 are this weekend, and there are actually some things to watch, even though most starters aren't playing. I'll get you updated on things to watch. College football week 0 gets underway on Saturday. We'll preview the weekend, plus all the other weekend news. So join me, Stephen McCollum, on the Main Event, Friday, 1 p.m. on 1580, 99.3 FM, The Fanatic.
8 Out presents Terrifying Jobs.
Bull Rider, take 2. Today we're talking with Clifford Maxwell, a rodeo bullfighter. His job? Distract raging bulls from going after thrown riders. Cliff, this seems like a really terrifying job. Why do you do it?
I love protecting the bull riders when they get bucked up.
How big are these bulls?
12 to 2,200 pounds of pure muscle.
You're not cowed by any of this, obviously. Is there anything that scares you?
Yeah. Distracted drivers terrify me.
This message is brought to you by ABA and this station.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
For what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender, and a good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Keon Rose there pushing the buttons, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580. Broadcasting live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. Currently riding at 74 degrees. Yes, the air conditioning has finally started to work for me. All right, I got it. I hate it hot. Oh dear God, I hate when it's hot outside. And it's gonna be kind of hot here in the next few days. Randy told us in the last hour that hot this week, 10 degrees, not as hot next week, and well, who knows where it'll go from there. Hopefully, all the way down to 80. Wouldn't that be nice?
We're getting some cooling trends coming across the valley here in the next few weeks, Jeffco.
I'm so happy. Anytime it gets cooler, I get happier. That's all right. And anytime the football season starts, I get orgasmically happier. And I should probably do my show from my house that week. I think I should probably just not be around people. This is
too much excitement.
Could get awkward. I'm not gonna lie to you. All right, so we are going to talk fantasy football. Get you guys ready for your drafts in the next hour. But right now we have some stuff we got to catch up on that we did not get caught up on from yesterday. Somebody had asked me about this. Did we talk about the Notre Dame mascot being voted 4th most offensive in college football survey?
No, we did not, and that's perplexing to me.
Now I get it. If you want to say that the Aztec Warriors in San Diego or the Renegades in Florida or the Hawaii's Warrior, even then, I think that's only offensive if the community says that's offensive. If the Native Americans say, well, the Redskins, that's offensive. Okay, that's offensive. If the Native American groups and tribes say this is offensive, that's offensive. All right, that's fine. I get it. So I don't know the story behind the San Diego State Aztec Warrior. I don't know the story behind the Florida's Osceola and Renegades. I don't know the story behind the Hawaii Billy the Warrior. I don't know. But I do know the story of the Notre Dame fighting Irish leprechaun. I'm Irish. I don't know any other Irish person who's offended by that guy.
And there are a bunch of leprechaun mascots. I mean, the Celtics have a leprechaun mascot. And I've never heard a single Irish person in my entire life ever be offended by it. So I don't know.
0%. And Notre Dame even had to speak up on that. They're like, it's probably worth noting that there's no comparison between Notre Dame's nickname and mascot and those Indian and Warrior names and mascots used by other institutions.
Yeah.
Sort of like with the NFL team formerly known as the Redskins. None of these institutions were founded or named by Native Americans who sought to highlight their heritage using names and symbols. Notre Dame was. Notre Dame was founded by Irish people, and they like that as something symbolic. The fighting Irish, and a tough little leprechaun, So unless the people who are involved with it say, hey guys, by the way, that's offensive. So don't be offended for us. And don't be offended for me. I'm Irish. I'm as Irish as the day is long. And it never even occurred to me. I mean, it's annoying when people find out you're Irish. Like, oh, you Lucky Charms. Poke you in the eye. I'm more offended by the Lucky Charms leprechaun than I am the Fighting Irish leprechaun. Fighting Irish leprechaun, he's a grizzled, bearded little bastard. You know for sure he's going to bite you right in the groin in a fight.
He's got his fists up. He's ready to give you the 1-2.
Yeah. And then you got the leprechaun who won't let the kids have their cereal. It's like, hey, you stingy little bastard, give them their cereal. The magic logic times are magically delicious. Yeah, well, we quit trying to take them. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, so this whole Notre Dame fighting Irish, who voted? Who are the people who voted on this? Can I just tell you something? Discrimination and racism doesn't get put up to a vote. When something is discrimination and racial, it is pretty damn obvious. It shouldn't have to be pointed out to you. And it's sad that it's taken that long for us to figure out things. And we're starting to figure some of those things out. Okay, great. They're making changes. Some people are very angry about it. Some people say, well, it doesn't matter. It's historical. Hey, shut up. If people are offended, fine. All right, you listen to it. It's all part of being human. It's all part of being good people. We want to do the right thing. But they come to me and say, are you offended as an Irishman about the leprechaun mascot? No. I'm more offended by you morons who go out there for St. Patrick's Day and pour green into a river and run around pinching each other like a bunch of damn morons. You want to really make me feel good about being Irish on St. Patrick's Day? Have a damn whiskey and shut the bleep up. That's it. Get some Guinness up in there, not green beer. What's wrong with you?
That seems fair.
And even then, I'm not upset about it.
Like you're not,
really.
horribly offended. It's just kind of weird.
In fact, I'm the kind of guy who's like on St. Patrick's Day, I purposely don't wear green. Yeah, you really want to pinch an Irishman? Good luck with that. See where that gets you. See where that gets you. So for these people to come out and say that it's the fourth most offensive college football mascot. That's ridiculous.
Who said that?
Some big survey that was done. I'm not even sure who the
Survey
hell these
of
people
who?
are. Oh, it's a Quality Logo Products did a survey. I don't know how many people were asked. I don't know what kinds of people were asked. But Quality Logo Products, I think these are people who are making, some of the tchotchkes and the hats or the whatever for teams and stuff. Here it is. Yeah, they're a company in Illinois, and they print logos on T-shirts and water bottles and stuff like that. And they surveyed people to find out what's the best, the worst, the sexiest, the creepiest, and the most offensive mascots in college football. It was only 1,266 people. Okay, I don't care anymore. But still, come on now. That's just dumb.
I'm actually more interested in their creepiest mascots in college football list. That list did have my attention.
It's probably you, Arizona.
We got Oklahoma State University, Pistol Pete.
It's you, Arizona.
Okay.
Yeah. Creepiest, you, Arizona.
All right.
Worst, you, Arizona. Most offensive? Oh, it's definitely you, Arizona. Sexiest? Go Devils. All right. Sparky, number one. I don't even have to look at the list. I already know these things.
Okay.
You just tell me if I'm right or wrong.
Let's just go with you're right.
There you go. 888-368-1580. Hamilton Porter says they also said Florida State has the most offensive. So, take it for what it's worth, right? Hefty Lefty says the Lucky Charms leprechaun doesn't let the kids have the cereal because he thinks it's made from potatoes. And he doesn't want to go through that famine again. Again, the Irish are not in love with the potatoes. It's just all they were given to eat by the Britons for a while until they got that sorted out. Bruno Ballard says the most interesting thing about Lucky Charms is they're magically delicious. Uko the Mock says I was offended by the Leprechaun movie. I didn't even watch it.
What movie is that?
It's like a horror movie.
Yeah, they made like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah. I have no idea. Mr. Wilbur says, Randy, get the whistle ready because some smart Alex is going to say that Kyler Murray is offended by the Leprechaun because he's, a short guy.
Sounds like you just did.
Robert from Surprise says, you never hear a Mexican complain about the Tapatio guy. That dude's got a sweet sombrero, by the way. Well, it's probably because that company was probably made by Mexican people. And it was probably somebody from their family or something. I don't know. I'm guessing. Jeez. What are you laughing at? No,
like Wendy's, like
no,
it's his
based,
daughter.
Exactly. Yeah. And then you see the Raisin Gal. It used to be based on somebody's mom or something. So I'm just guessing that the Tapatio guy.
Raisin Gal?
Yeah, remember she's got the little bushel of raisins. She's on the little raisin box from Raisin. I don't know the company.
From Raisins.
Is there a company?
Outlawed the Raisin Lady from Sun-Made Raisins?
You're not paying attention. Nobody said that. No,
you just said the Raisin Gal on the Raisin box.
We're saying that sometimes these people are relatives or they're patriarchs of the family that owns the companies. And I thought maybe the Tapatio guy was one of those. I don't know. Maybe it's just a cartoon. I don't know.
We have multiple examples. That was the point.
We're going to have to look that up now. I got to find out. Just a Tip says, Keon, don't be fooled. Javelina are a minor nuisance. Okay.
Minor.
Not a minor nuisance if they take a run at you with them gnashy teeth. I'm serious. Don't mess with the Javelina.
Yeah, there are some pranks that I'll be able to just take in stride, but don't get me killed, hiking.
Yeah, don't mess with the Javelina. Rattlesnakes, he says, make great food, and nothing wrong with playing with cougars. The jackalope, though, that's a true demon of the desert. Also, thank God there's no beavers in the desert. Hefty Lefty says, I thought Raisins was the Hooter equivalent for kids. What? Ukla says, Frito Bandito, he was kind of cool. I don't remember that. Is Rosalie going to be back this year to talk fantasy football? Beer Bob says no. She's too busy being a actress spokesperson and doing stuff with DraftKings. We couldn't make our schedules work, so now instead, CJ the Siege, fantasy football expert, is going to be with us in the next hour to kind of give you guys an idea of what to look forward to in your draft and the fantasy football season. Mr. Pringle says, I'm guessing that Randy could pull off a tremendous Fat Albert impersonation if you wanted.
Not really.
I think we could probably. One of us could.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly how we would talk normally, though. All I got was that part.
Hey, man. Hey, that's not bad. Hey, you guys want to play some ball?
But any moment you're going to be like,
hey, I'll hold your drink.
Wait a minute, Cosby. Put that down. Bite My Kebab says, hey, thank you for the Cookie Monster video on draft position. Didn't see the glass of milk, though. I did not have milk, and I later regretted that. He says, now you're probably already explaining this 100 times, but I went to my league and I was looking for my draft position, but I did not see anything referencing how to tell what draft position my team is in. Okay, we'll go to the front page. There's a little button that says draft info. That's on the front page of the league, not your team. And that'll show you the whole snake order of what your picks will be. Dog named Boo says, I don't play fantasy football, but I love the knowledge that Rosalie Michaels used to bring to the table. Well, now you're going to get the knowledge that CJ brings to the table. Trust me, this guy knows his stuff. He's going to do a good job for us. 888-368-1580. Oscar Ray says, just want to say there's no flex spot in Blender League 6. Ooh. Okay, good to know. Do me a favor, Oscar Ray. Email that to me because that's my to-do list. Email me at blender@1580thefanatic.com and I'll fix that. Like I said, I'm going to go through and check every single league to make sure they're set right. But thank you for the heads up on that. Yes, there's absolutely going to be a flex, and it's going to be tight end, running back, and wide receiver, not quarterback. Sorry. Senior Wake and Bake says, Jeffrey, I'm surprised you're married to a Latina and you don't know La Raza means the people in Spanish. Once again, shout out to the Phoenix Suns for recognizing La Raza. I sure hope that's what it means because I forgot to ask her and I just said it twice. King of Kittens says, hey, Rando, how about a beer and a shot?
Sure.
A Shiner Bock and a Crown on the Rocks.
There you go.
Ooh, and a little water too, please. It's hot outside.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
All right. So there's another mascot situation that is going on.
Uh-oh.
And it's sort of connected to us a little bit, only in that we pronounce the name Fanatic the same. Everything else is different. So, you know, the Philly Fanatic, right?
Yeah, big green guy.
Big looking weirdo, schmoo looking thing. I don't even know what the hell it's supposed to be. And when I printed this, he turned out he's supposed to be green.
Yeah, he's green.
So there he is. There's the original Fanatic right there on your screen.
Yes.
Wait,
yes.
or is it this one? Wait, hold on. Now I can't remember which is which. But here's the story is the original creator of the Fanatic allowed them to take and use that, the Philadelphia Phillies there. And I guess it was based on the San Diego Chicken or something originally. I don't know. The whole thing is dumb. But so now the original creators, they wanted to step in and say, hey, well, you can't use this anymore. So then Philadelphia Phillies says, all right, well, our new mascot is P2. He's completely different. He's so different, I can't tell you which one of those is the original and which one.
They look the same. That's the same picture.
But then this judge comes in and says, no, they can keep using this other one. It's not the same enough. I mean, one has stars around its eyes. The other one has circles. Their shoes are slightly different, but in general, it's the same damn thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have demonstrated that the mascot had been registered as an artistic sculpture under copyright law. And so it says, well, okay, so this is theirs, but they gave permission. And so then they said, well, if the Phillies design something dissimilar, then it's not a violation. So the woman looked at this picture and said, yeah, that's not the same. They can use that.
Well, I mean, if you look at the picture on the right, that's the original Fanatic, the
Philly Fanatic, yeah.
Because he's got the stirrup socks on where the guy on the left does not. The guy on the right is a little more, shall we say, robust, where the guy on the left is not. The guy on the right has round eyes, where the guy on the left has the star eyes. They're saying that those are the differences enough. And there's probably some color differences that will show that.
No, actually, I know my print is bad, but the green is the exact same green. The fuzziness is the same fuzziness. The arms on the new one has like these little weird winglet things on them or something.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
still, if you glance, you couldn't tell me which one
Well,
is which.
I appreciate that. I'm just saying the problem is the people that designed the Philly Fanatic, they wanted more money from the Phillies, and the Phillies did not want to pay it. So that's how this whole argument got started. This has been going on for like 2 years, I think.
So, so the judge says, you guys have the right to go ahead and in the contract, you can go ahead and keep, your Philly Fanatic for yourself.
Right.
But they can continue to use their P2. She's basically said, no, they're different enough. They're different enough. Are you bleeping kidding
I
me
don't
with
know.
this?
Because at that point, can I now have Bugs Bunny? Can I just make him?
You can have Lugs Bunny. Lugs Bunny.
Lugs Bunny.
All you have to do to make Lugs Bunny is you put a lug wrench in his hand and then just tussle his hair a little bit. I'm Lugs Bunny.
Yeah.
Perfect. Boom. Because this judge will let you off the hook for it.
And what's up, bud?
No. Up. What's up, Lug? See, just a slight
Just a
change.
tweak.
It will be enough. Trust me. Yeah. And you could probably, you could probably get a movie going too. Space Lamb. Space Lamb. I don't know who your athlete's going to be. Great. Now that I put that picture up there, I'm blurry. I don't know how long I'm going to be blurry here. All right.
For a while.
So, all right. That doesn't seem right. It seems like maybe some billionaire company might have gotten to Judge Sarah Netburn and maybe slipped her a little something extra. You think? It's just you seem like you work hard here. It's a friendly gesture. Here's a bunch of money for you. Not as much money as we'd have to pay for the Philly Fanatic. A little something. A little something for you, Judgy. And
just a little something on the side.
I smell something horrible on this.
I think you're right. I think you're 100% right.
They just came to her and they said, well, what do you want? And then she kind of blew it. She was like me. She asked for towels, but it was cheaper than getting the Fanatic.
It ain't right. It ain't right. Shame on you, United States Magistrate Judge Sarah Netburn in Manhattan. By the way, why is this happening in Manhattan and not in Philadelphia? What the hell is that all about?
Right.
I've got
no
many
idea.
questions. All right, we got to take a break. We come back. Let's talk some football. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Because there's only one you, Vuse Alto is the vape as unique as you are. With Vuse by You, you can make your unique mix with any of 4 colors, 3 flavors, 3 nicotine levels, and infinite wrap designs. So how will you do? You. Make Vuse Alto a vape that is yours. In store now. Discover more at Vuse.com. Vuse. Charge beyond. Vapor products. Underage sale prohibited. Website and offers restricted to age 21 and over tobacco consumers.
Want to hear something amazing? Discover matches all the cash back you earn on your credit card at the end of your first year, automatically, dollar for dollar, with no limit on how much you can earn. Extra cash? Come on, how amazing is that? In fact, it's even more amazing when you realize all the places where Discover is accepted. 99% of places in the US that take credit cards. So when it comes to Discover, get used to hearing yes more often. Learn.
Take advantage of District Lending's new lower rates. 15-year fixed rates as low as 1.99% APR and 30-year fixed rates as low as 2.49% APR. Call or text 480-694-7890 or check out districtlending.com/rates. That's districtlending.com/rates. NMLS 183-5285 Equal Housing Lender. Mortgage rate subject to change. This is not a commitment to lend.
Football is starting soon, and your exclusive home for the NFL and Super Bowl 56. The Fanatic wants to make your business a part of the action. Advertise your business on all the primetime NFL games, Monday, Thursday, and Sunday during the regular season. Here's the game plan. Your custom-produced radio commercial will air 2, even 3 times in every game. Plus, your business is branded during dozens of weekly NFL promos on the station, stream, app, and website. And you'll get commercial reads live during our morning and afternoon drive shows each week promoting your business. Don't forget about special teams. Your business gets 5 extra daily spots throughout the week and matching spots on our live stream website and on the 1580 The Fanatic Sports app. Plus, you can play defense against your competition and lock them out with our category exclusive option play. All this for the best deal ever. Now, even your small business can play with the pros. Go to 1580thefanatic.com for all the info and details. Is your business ready for football season? Go to 1580thefanatic.com and get in the game today. AZ Preps 365 is your headquarters for all things high school sports in Arizona. Brett Quintine, James Mello, and Jose Garcia keep you up to speed with all the action, highlights, interviews, and insider information for the prep sports scene. You need to tune in to AZ Preps 365 every Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on your new home for sports, 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
It's Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. Why do I seem like I'm yelling? Maybe bring the music down a little bit, buddy.
There.
If only we had some mechanism that could, help adjust that. Oh, that's right. You do. All right. All right. What was I saying? Oh, it's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. And all right, Randy, the Arizona Cardinals, as you have seen them in a couple of games, have you read what needs to be read and, in the practices and stuff like that? How are you feeling right now? Are you changing your thought processes on the season ahead, or are you downgrading the situation? Are you feeling better or worse?
I'm feeling about the same. I'm very confident about my Cardinals. The problem is I'm starting to get a little queasy at all the talk about Kyler Murray. Everybody seems to be focused on him, whether he wants to play in preseason or not. The bottom line is I hope he's out there this week. I hope he gets the number one team on the field for the first several plays, if not the entire first half. Get this team in a rhythm and head into the first game with a good rhythm and a good feeling, because they got their asses handed to them. The first team did by the Chiefs last game.
Do you really think it matters? Because a lot of people are going to say, okay, why would you risk getting Kyler Murray hurt? Let him work out his rust in game one. There's no reason to do this when it doesn't count.
Why would I take a game that means something and let my team work out all the kinks? Isn't that what preseason is about?
I forget. Who's the first team you're playing?
Geez. Are we playing the Titans? Who are we playing? I got to look it up here.
I kind of feel like you'd be all right doing that.
No.
Yeah, first game's Titans.
Yeah. I feel like you'd be okay doing that.
I don't know why I'm going to take a meaningful game for this team to work out the kinks. This is a professional football team. We are paying these people lots of money. Get your ass out there and get ready for the season and come out of the gates shooting both barrels, both wings.
You have no faith that they can get it figured out in practice. You have no faith that you absolutely are demanding to see Kyler Murray get out there and get better at a preseason game. Who's the preseason game against this week?
I believe the Vikings. Is it the Vikings?
No, it's the Saints.
Saints this week.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, you know what? Fine. I mean, listen, you got your opinion, and I've heard it argued both ways till people are blue in the face. And I get what you're saying. Seeing Kyler Murray struggle in a preseason game doesn't exactly give you optimism. I understand that. But personally, I don't think I'd want to see him back out there again. No. No, let him figure it out in practice.
And the thing with the preseason that Kyler said that he doesn't like is that you just can't get that rhythm. You're on, and then the moment you start to get any kind of flow, you're already off. So that's going to still be true no matter what preseason game you put him in.
Yeah. I don't know, but I mean, I get it. Now you've seen something, you want to wash the bad taste out of your mouth because that makes you worried they're not going to be ready for week 1.
Kyler Murray said it himself. They got their asses handed to them against the Chiefs. The number ones they had -1.
Can't get along with Larry Fitzgerald. I can't see him being cohesive with anybody. I don't see a cohesiveness in the season. And by the way, I am also a Cardinals fan. And yes, I also am worried.
I don't buy into all the rumors about Kyler Murray and Larry Fitzgerald. If Larry Fitzgerald wanted to play football, he'd be back on this team. As far as camaraderie goes, yeah, I don't know. I mean, Kyler is sort of different.
Well, hold on, Randy.
Kind of has his own way of going about things.
Hold on.
He reached out last preseason to D-Hop. He was working with guys trying to get this offense humming along.
Yeah, but what about that, though? What do you think about somebody who can't get along with Larry Fitzgerald? You know what I'm saying? What do you think about someone who can't Larry Fitzgerald likes everybody. He remembers everybody's name. And then if you told him about your family, he asks you, hey, how's your mom doing? How's your brother? How's your He remembers their names. Larry Fitzgerald loves everybody.
Well, he loves me for sure. Yeah.
Right. We had him on the show and he loved you. He even put up with old Eric Cohen. Hey, Larry. And his question.
Yeah.
So if you can't get along with Larry Fitzgerald.
See, but that's all speculation. That's all speculation, Jeffrey. I have not heard one solid report that there's a rift between Larry and Kyler Murray.
But boy, there is enough smoke for that to be a fire.
Well, I don't think so. Little foxes does not mean you're overwhelmed by foxes. There's a little fox in the hen house and some of the hens are cackling, but that doesn't mean that there's anything actually happening.
I have a question. Did you just make that foxes thing up?
Yeah, just made it up.
Okay, because I thought that maybe I'd heard that before, but just didn't know, and I was very confused.
Yeah, I was a little.
What are you confused about?
Well, the little foxes.
If the hens are in the damn hen house and it's locked up, and the fox can't. Yeah. But if that fox can't get in, there's nothing to worry about. It's not new.
Why is the fox little?
What?
Why is the fox little?
Foxes
you said if the fox
big,
is little,
man. Foxes are not big.
Should you blow the whistle on yourself for a
You know what
Kyler
you're
Murray
talking about.
joke?
No, you're not going to try to confuse. You're not going to get through me, Jeffrey, and make me blow the whistle on myself. I'm sorry. I said nothing that disparaging nature towards my quarterback, Kyler Murray. Nothing.
All right. Yeah. All right. 888-368-1580. King Kenton says, yes, it's at 5 p.m. Channel 12, Saturday night. And it's Cardinals versus the Saints. And by the way, the old Colts are going to be playing at 4 p.m. tomorrow. And I don't care because it's just preseason. I don't care. Fish Tank says Cardinals. Yes, they open against the Titans and the Vikings. And that run defense is going to get a real test with Derrick Henry and Dalvin Cook, Randy.
Yep.
Rusty Nutt says maybe Kyler Murray has to be a little bit of an attitude. Bruno Baller says, hey, Randy, the Cardinals didn't move to Phoenix until 1988. So what team did you cheer on before that?
Before 1988? I'll have to think about that. I was, for some time, I was because of relationship reasons, I was a Bears fan.
Relationship reasons?
Yeah, relationship reasons.
What was his name?
Bears fan. No. Chicago, and so
you felt threatened.
No, because I wanted her to touch me in places. That,
yeah.
Kind of like the situation you're always in.
Well, I didn't become a Cardinals fan.
Well, no, you are your own man.
Never say.
I respect that.
No, I respect you wanting to be touched in certain
But we did
places.
not
Okay,
have
yeah.
an NFL team at that time.
Sure.
So
that's why I'm a Colts fan.
I went with the popular vote there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Before that, I think I was a Green Bay Packers fan way back in the day. I remember Roman Gabriel as a quarterback for the Los Angeles Rams. I was a Rams fan for a while.
So you were all over the place, man.
Sort of.
Yeah. Well, Papa Mike is now, and now Randy, you know I love you. And I also I know you don't have this inside information. All you've been able to watch are the preseason games, and that's why I was saying the things I was saying. Yeah. But now it would seem you might be right. Okay. Papa Mike says, I attended multiple practice sessions, and I am now very concerned. Kyler's timing has been off a lot more than it's been on. He throws high and behind receivers most throws. He has run into Edmonds on a couple of occasions. The news channels show his few completions, but they never show his missed throws. I've seen him and D-Hop get very upset with each other at all the practices that I've attended. Kyler is off, and I am concerned. And remember, I'm a Kyler and Oklahoma Sooner fan, so in no way am I here to be a Kyler Murray basher.
And there you go.
So Papa Mike, by the way, Keon, I know you're new around here, but Papa Mike, he is Mr. Cardinals. He is the man when it comes to observing and talking about his Arizona Cardinals. And I got to go to a game with him once, and it was like the best date my wife ever went on, sitting there and cheering with Papa Mike. But yeah, so that right there, that should okay. So now, Randy, you're right. They better get some bleep together in this preseason game. For what it sounds like, I don't know if it's going to happen.
I appreciate Kyler's comments about a preseason game. You just get in, you take a couple of snaps. I don't see any need for that. But this is the dress rehearsal for the damn season. Unless your offense is really humming along, and the Cardinals, by the way, are not humming right along. The Cardinals are squeaking out offense each week. They're not doing very much. I want to see the ones in there, a good at least a half. And you know what? Sue me if he goes down and he gets injured. So what? That's the way it is. This is football.
Fair enough. I mean, when I see a team and it's like, all right, that's a good team. There's no reason to put that quarterback out there.
Exactly.
Don't even put your starters out there. And that's how the Rams are. They're confident like that. And Ryan Seacrest over there doesn't want to play Matt Stafford. He doesn't want to play any of his starters. He wants to make sure that they're all healthy and ready to go. Well, guess what? He can do that because he has seen what he feels like he needs to see in practice, and he knows who the team is that's going to go out there and play for him. The Arizona Cardinals right now, I didn't think it was a big deal, but now that Papa Mike has said what he has seen in those practices, yeah, you might want to get a half in of work this weekend.
Well, there are other teams that also do it, like the Chiefs. They had Mahomes out there. They played like 30 snaps.
Yeah.
Like that's something that they decide to do. And they're a team that's a Super Bowl contender. The road to the AFC to the Super Bowl goes through them. And if they don't think that they should rest their starters during the preseason, then I think every other team should probably reconsider.
Well, and for Kyler Murray to come out and have his opinion, okay, that's great and well and good. But Kyler Murray hasn't done anything in the NFL yet.
Yep.
He was the first overall pick. He's played, decent. He hasn't played great. He's well respected in circles around the league of being a great athlete. But Kyler Murray hasn't done squat. So if I'm Cliff Kingsbury, I don't care if Kyler doesn't want to play the preseason game. Guess what? I'm still the coach. It's my head on the line. Kyler, you and the ones get out there. I'll let you know when your time is up. Get yourselves together and get some rhythm going.
Yeah, if you've got a fully realized team, okay, take it easy. Let these other guys fight for their jobs. Preseason is supposed to be, as needed. It's like any kind of medicine. Use as needed. Use as directed. And if you get diarrhea, it's not our fault. So let's see. Thank you for that, Papa Mike. Random Texter says, how did Papa Mike say the Cardinals and Kyler Murray were a little bit off or quite a bit off?
Mm-hmm.
Bruno Baller says the Cardinals head coach had a press conference today. Already said Kyler Murray will not play in the final preseason game.
It's time to rise up.
Uh-oh.
Well, if we lose game one, he better come with something different at the press conference. Let's put it that way.
Big George says the Cardinals preseason game against the Saints may not even happen because Tropical Storm Ida is barreling down in New Orleans right now. It could cause some substantial flooding.
Yeah.
And he also says, Jeffrey, were you insinuating earlier that a judge could be bought or corrupt? Shame, shame. Judges take a solemn oath to be unbiased and uphold the rule of law and dispense sweet justice.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're probably right. Yeah. See what I'm saying? Lawyer.
I mean, you look at the Fanatic, the P2 versus the Fanatic.
Mm-hmm.
They're the same guy.
Yeah.
There's small differences, slight differences, but they're the same thing.
Yep. That judge should be run out of office. Hefty Lefty says, so now we're going to call him Shohei O'Murray. He says, by the way, let the one texter know if you're trying to find the draft order, you can't get it on your phone. It's not on the app. You have to log in on a computer to see that. Oh, good for that. Thank you for that update, the Hefty Lefty. A lot of people are wondering. Hamilton Porter says, relax, guys. The Lions went 4-0 in the preseason. Then they went 0-15. No, I know the games don't matter, but sometimes, your starters might need the tune-up. They might need that time to get their crap together. And now it's starting to look like the Cardinals could have used that time, but they're not going to get it with Kyler Murray this weekend.
Because it doesn't matter if the Cardinals win or lose the preseason game. It just matters what Kyler Murray and that offense would look like if they were playing. But they're not playing. And you know what? Rondell Moore is not playing, and a lot of other top starters aren't going to be playing either. So maybe
let's just say the Cardinals go out and let's say Kyler Murray and the ones play the first half and they score 21 points and the offense looks good. Okay. And then let's say we get beat, 35-21. Who cares? The thing that matters here is the ones went out. It got a good rhythm going. It got some confidence going in to game number one. Now, let's say that Kyler Murray gets his way and he sets out this game because I don't want to go play in preseason game because I can't. Shut up. And he doesn't play at all in the preseason game. And he goes out in game one. He looks like crap. Guess what he's going to have to do? Dodge bullets. He's going to have to dodge the press. He's going to have to figure out how to respond to the press by saying, why didn't you play in the last preseason game? Your offense looked horrible. Hey, Cliff Kingsbury, how come you didn't play Kyler Murray in the ones in the last preseason game? You see what I'm saying? Whereas if you play him, you don't have to answer all those questions. Do damage control ahead of time.
Yeah, I don't have to tell you. The one thing that you could say is watch the rest of the practices. Maybe they'll get it sorted out in practice. Maybe that is their method and how they plan to do those things. But again, we're not there. We're not watching. We can't see. So, Chamois says, hey, it's practice. Players are experimenting and learning. That's what practice is for. You can't put any weight in the preseason or preseason practices. The beat writers who post practice stats, oh, man, those guys are hilarious. Robert Surprise says, not too sure about Kyler Murray, but I know Derek Carr is going to crush it. Go Raiders, 17-0. Wrote out the 0, just to be clear. Well, I wasn't. Well, in a record 17-0 or 17-0, either works.
Yeah, because it's one number followed by obviously another number.
Yeah. Right. So that's not the problem. Let's see. Thundar the Santa Barbarian says Randy was a Bears fan. Wow, she must have been really cute. I think somebody's just gonna probably take the fifth on there and pretend like his camera and his old feed just stopped working.
What's that? I didn't hear what you said. I'm sorry. What?
Oh, he said, Randy, a Bears fan.
I can't hear you.
What? What is this?
Sorry, I can't.
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
losing.
Randy's,
I can't hear you, Jeffrey.
Randy's driving under a bridge right now.
I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Good.
Bye. Can't hear you.
Oh, no, he literally got up out of his chair and walked away. Okay, Just Tip says there's no shortage of Kyler Murray jokes. I have a true story. Since Kyler's parents live in my neighborhood, I've reached out to them, and Kyler may be stopping by for a drink and some snacks. She said, that'd be fine. Just make sure he uses Uber, even if he is just a little drunk. See, that I'm glad that Randy wasn't here.
Yeah, Randy's not here. There's no flag that can be thrown.
No,
There's no penalty.
Well, I also can't defend how bad that joke was. Navy Brad says, hello, guys. Looking forward to the draft. I got the third pick in League 5. Rabbit Team 6 to win it all. Kyle G says they got copyright law cases in Superior Court, so Manhattan was probably the closest one. That's why it was not in Philadelphia. Also, the rule judge with precedent. She was technically correct. She's technically blind if she thinks that there's anything different between those two fanatic outfits. Blissful A says Kyler Murray doesn't like Larry Fitzgerald, but he does look up to him and every other player in the NFL. Senior Wake and Bake says, yeah, I think Murray was upset at Fitz because he kept using Murray as an armrest. See, now that's funny. Random Texter says, do you think the issues may have a little to do with Mr. Fitzgerald not being in the huddle? I don't understand. He wouldn't get in the huddle?
Yeah, I don't get that one either.
I'll have to ask Randy about that if there was an issue with that. Hamilton Porter says, practice? We talking about practice? Cliff Dingleberry says, but what if you play them and they get hurt? Then you have to answer questions like, why was he even in there? That was irresponsible. Thunder Snow says, Randy was a Packers fan, then a Bears fan. She had to be smoking.
It's Macy's Ultimate Shopping Event with an extra 30% off top designer looks to take you from summer to fall when you use your coupon or Macy's card. Plus, get your beauty fix with 15% off this season's must-have fragrances, skincare, makeup, and more. And get it faster when you pick curbside or in-store. Or try same-day delivery powered by DoorDash right now at Macy's. Savings off regular sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
Everybody, Mark Asher, back to tell you about my friends at Valley Medical Weight Loss. I love this company. I've used them. I have friends that have used them. A ton of weight has been lost in a quick amount of time and the right way. That's the important part. Look, they have 3 Valley locations, Tempe, Glendale, and Phoenix. So one is close to you, and they've been doing this for well over a decade. And right now you can get your first week, $31.95, absolutely free. Just mention Money Radio or mention The Fanatic, and it is on them. 602-441-3305 or valleymedicalweightloss.com.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. Listen, when we're all working on our shows here at The Fanatic, we're totally focused and we don't want to worry about the other things. You know, like the technology that runs our station. That's where Affinity Technology comes in. They run all our IT so we can focus on what really matters, our business and our listeners. These guys handle literally everything. If it plugs in, they work with it. They've saved us tons of money and they've kept us focused on what really matters. Affinity Technology.
Expected will culminate in Phoenix with drivers putting it all on the line for their shot
And earning the title of NASCAR Cup Series champion.
featuring 4 championship races in 3 days.
Don't miss your chance to witness history from atop the grandstands as the action goes 5 wide into the iconic dog leg.
Or from up close with access to the fan-friendly infield experience.
Get your tickets to see the NASCAR Championship in person.
Go to PhoenixRaceway.com.
Hurry, tickets won't last much longer.
Your best plan to retire might be right under your roof. This is Rob Canier, and for over 20 years, I've helped people discover how they can utilize a portion of their equity in their home as a coordinated strategy in retirement planning, thus creating additional monthly cash flow, paying less taxes, and making their retirement assets last longer. This is a safe and proven retirement strategy for qualified homeowners age 62 and older. All you have to do is reverse your thinking. Call me, Reverse Rob, to learn more at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773.
It's weird to hear a spot for Harmon Solar when it's cloudy or rainy out, right? That doesn't happen very often here in Phoenix, does it? We get over 300 days of sunshine every year. And those other days, well, even then, your solar panels are pulling every last dime they can out of that sun. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. These are people you can trust. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com.
We know how it goes. You can't always tune in and hear your favorite shows and hosts.
Dude, look, I'm a loser. Okay?
It's cool, bro. Fanatic.com to download.
just started talking. I couldn't hear nothing, and then it went up.
I did nothing of the sort.
Ooh, what are you smoking there, Randy? What you got? You can probably turn on his microphone though.
Medium blend, nice Oliva. Hello, am I on?
There you
Is
go.
this on?
Yeah, you're on.
Is this on?
Yeah, you're on.
Nice Oliva medium blend. I like that. You know, I buy these in the 6-packs.
No kidding.
You get 6 cigars for, $25, $30. So I go over to my good friend Jimmy at Scottsdale Cigars.
Hey, Jimmy, what's happening?
And he's been there 15 years. He's a good guy. He knows all his stuff. And he always invites me to come over and have a cigar during my lunch hour.
Do you get free cigars for mentioning Jimmy over there at the?
No, not at all. This was a plug because I like Jimmy and I like his cigar. I like what he's trying to do.
I feel like Radio Ron and I should get one of them cigars.
Well,
if you're getting them for
anytime
free.
you guys want to go in there with me, I'm sure you could secure some sort of advertising package. I was just doing a solid for a guy named Jimmy.
Hey, what's
15
up,
years.
Jimmy? Hey, what's up?
Scottsdale Cigars over there by the. It's by the Walmart. What else is over there? Oh, the Dunkin' Donuts.
Does Jimmy talk like this?
Hey, no.
What's up? I mean, with Jimmy, and
No,
how would you
no.
like a nice cigar?
No, he's a very nice guy. He's not Jimmy like.
Oh, I'm Jimmy.
No.
I'm.
Burning Oliva cigars on sale this weekend.
Jimmy.
No, nice dude. That's where I got this cigar from.
Well, how does Jimmy talk?
He's got a little accent.
From where?
I can't, I'm having a hard time. Middle Eastern, I think.
Oh,
Middle Eastern,
well.
I don't know. Shop for a while, and
Good
so
for
I
Jimmy.
like Jimmy, and
Yeah.
he knows everybody that comes in the door.
You
He knows me by
smoke
range.
cigars there, Keon? You like to smoke cigars there?
I would like to, but I have not yet.
You've never smoked a cigar.
I have not ever smoked a cigar.
So there's something you need to know about cigars is important. When you get your very first cigar, you inhale deeply.
No,
And
Keon,
just
no.
I
let
know
it
enough to not do that.
No.
permeate the inside
No.
of your lungs and feel the goodness.
Keon, no. I got you.
So what you're
I feel like they would be fine without ever seeing Carson Wentz in a preseason game or Phil Rivers or Andrew Luck or any of those guys. So it's a different thing when you trust your coach.
And I understand, and I get 100%. I get Are you happy with what you've seen out of your number one offense? I'm not. I'd sure love to see these guys go out there at least the first quarter and get into some sort of rhythm and really attack this game and get up to game speed.
Because this is the thing that's scaring me, Randy. This is against base coverages in preseason.
Right.
We're not dealing with the defense that's gonna try and trick you or really show their hand.
Like a man. But you got to remember, Colt McCoy was not going up against number ones. Streveler was going up against number threes. So you really got to take some of that stuff with a good grain of salt.
Which is why I'm not saying that he's going to be the better option. He's not. Colt McCoy played starting minutes for the Washington football team a couple of years ago. Was not good. It was a disaster. So like
you've seen every horrible quarterback available come down your driveway.
Yeah, I think because people make fun of the Browns for having that jersey, with all the names going down to the floor. Our list is just as bad. But yeah, I've seen all of them. I've seen Colt McCoy. You don't really want that to be your starting quarterback, but Colt's timing was there. He seemed like he was more on the same page with at least the receivers. So that's what you want to see from your offense.
888-368-1580. Rusty Nut says they look really bad. They look really bad. And Big George says, I agree, Randy. I'm not happy with the Cardinals' first team offense. I got a feeling this is going to be a tough season for Kyler Murray, but I do want to remain optimistic.
Well, and I do too, Big George. And I want to believe that this offense is going to come out, in the first game, you get the adrenaline running, you get a game plan in play. It's sort of a different situation. It's not just sort of everybody's relaxed because it's a preseason game. Everybody's on edge. They want to go out and perform well. But shouldn't you want to do that anyway? Again, I go back to what has this team proven? Nothing. Mediocrity at the most. 8-8 last year does not tell me that this is a championship caliber team. I don't care what kind of moves you've made. Now, if you came out in the first two games and your ones showed some sort of attempt at being great and wanting to work together and your chemistry was wonderful, might be a different story today. But from what I've seen in the first two games, no. Hey, Kyler Murray and the ones need to be out there at least the first quarter.
Boomer Sooner says, good day, Blender. Hey, Randy, can I get a cold beer, please? And maybe a little Boomer Sooner?
Boomer Sooner.
BU. Berg says, hey, tell Keon to close them blinds. That glare has got to be killing him.
Yeah.
They are as close.
And they look pretty damn good. So I have no problem with our defense right now. It's all in the offensive line. I think J.J. Watt is going to be used in spot situations. He's going to have a great year.
All right. Well, here's open. Blissel Hayes says, imagine Kyler's neck has to constantly hurt from looking up to every other player. Random Texter says, you think the issues going on with the Cardinals and the offense there may have something to do with Larry Fitzgerald not being in the huddle?
No.
Fish Tank says, Randy, earlier, did you go tell Miss Kim you love her? And did you give her a hot foot massage?
No, but that's a great idea. Perhaps this evening when she gets home from work, I will.
Well done. Well done, sir. All right, guys, we have 1 hour left. In the next hour, we're talking some fantasy football with our friend CJ the Siege. Come on back, kids. The Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Mortgage rates keep dropping. Whether you're looking to reduce your payments, pull cash out, or shorten your term, take advantage of District Lending's new lower rates. 15-year fixed rates as low as 1.99% APR and 30-year fixed rates as low as 2.49% APR. Call or text 480-694-7890 or check out districtlending.com/rates. That's districtlending.com/rates. NMLS 183-5285, Equal Housing Lender. Mortgage rate subject to change. This is not a commitment to lend.
Bruce and Dale here. Remember, football is starting soon, and your exclusive home for the NFL and Super Bowl 56, The Fanatic, wants to make your business a part of the act.
Advertise your business on all the primetime NFL games during the regular season.
Your custom-produced radio commercial will air 2, even 3 times in every game.
Plus, your business is branded during dozens of weekly NFL promos on the station, stream, app, and website.
And you'll get commercials read live during our morning and afternoon drive shows.
Plus, get 5 extra daily spots throughout the week and matching spots on our live stream website and on the 1580 The Fanatic Sports app.
You can even lock your competition out of this offer with our category exclusive option plan.
All this for our best deal ever.
Go to 1580thefanatic.com for all the info and details.
Don't get a delay of game penalty.
Go to 1580thefanatic.com.
With the best office equipment available from companies like Ricoh. More importantly, they provide outstanding service after the sale with a 96% retention ratio and award-winning technicians. 3 years ago, they joined the Flex Technologies Group, an Arizona-based nationwide group of companies that share ProCopy's commitment to excellence. So if you have branches anywhere in the United States or just here in Arizona, company, they give back to our community by supporting ASU and the Thunderbirds through the Phoenix Open. The ProCopy Foundations has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars. That makes doing business with ProCopy good for your business. Just give them a call at 602-ProCopy. That's 602-776-2679.
Being in the Army National Guard is about more than serving your country. It's about being there for your community when your neighbors need you most. The Army National Guard makes college affordable, and serving part-time can help you graduate debt-free. Do you want to stay close
Another new texter that's named Loves Happy Hour to counteract the Hates Happy Hour person. Oh, I'd allow that. Hates Happy Hour says, thank you. Boogie says, who hates happy hour? That seems sacrilegious. Drinking is part of my religion. Hates happy hour is an affront to everything I believe in. Yeah, have a drink, Boogie. You'll be all right. He says Little Boogie is going to send an email to join a league if a spot becomes available. He just doesn't want to be in my league because he's scared. Oh, yeah, tell him send in a league because we actually do have one we're trying to find more people for. So Blender at 1580thefanatic.com. But if he plays in the league, he has to be known as Little Boogie. I think that is a prerequisite for sure. Silly Wabbit says, I think the Cardinals have some small problems. Oh, come on, guys. Thundar the Santa Barbarian says, ever notice how Jeffrey lives in denial most of the time? He denies he was fired along with Randy. I was never fired.
Yeah.
He denies doing Ookla Dog Durgy. That had nothing to do with me. And he denies belittling Kyler Murray. No, I don't. No, I don't deny that one. I remember I was calling him Mighty Mouse from the very beginning before Randy even started. Oh, that was an example, Randy. You don't have to blow the whistle.
Oh, no, I do. Yes,
Yeah.
I do. Yeah.
And I can't help myself. I forget, and I still call him Little Kyler Murray. So, yeah, I don't deny that part at all. The Jet says, it's game week. No, it's not.
Not yet.
No, for Nebraska. Yeah, I see college football starting up. Yeah. Yeah, you took us off guard there. We've got the Hawaii Ookla game this week, but we got plenty of time to talk about that. What we need to do right now is take ourselves a break. And when we come back, we're going to talk to our friend CJ the Siege about the fantasy football and stuff. So have your pre-draft questions ready to go. 888-368-1580. And we'll be back. More of the Daily Blender after this here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Want to hear something amazing? Discover matches all the cash back you earn on your credit card at the end of your first year, automatically, dollar for dollar, with no limit on how much you can earn. Extra cash? Come on, how amazing is that? In fact, it's even more amazing when you realize all the places where Discover is accepted. 99% of places in the US that take credit cards. So when it comes to Discover, get used to hearing yes more often. Learn more at discover.com/yes. 2021 Nielsen Report. Limitations apply.
Everybody, Mark Asher, about to tell you about my friends at Valley Medical Weight Loss. I love this company. I've used them. I have friends who've used them. A ton of weight has been lost in a quick amount of time and the right way. That's the important part. Look, they have 3 Valley locations, Tempe, Glendale, and Phoenix. So one is close to you, and they've been doing this for well over a decade. And right now, you can get your first week, $31.95, absolutely free. Just mention Money Radio or mention The Fanatic, and it is on them. 602-441-3305 or valleymedicalweightloss.com.
I'm Cisco Miranda, owner of Miranda Delivery Service. As a business owner, my job is to provide the best quality service for our customers. Affinity Technology helped us reinvent our business processes, using technology to make us more efficient. I didn't know I needed technology consulting, but my ROI has been off the charts. Affinity Technology has saved us more than 80 man-hours a week and has helped me get back to what I do best, focus on my customers. Visit atechaz.com. That's atechaz.com and see how better technology processes can help your small business.
Hey everybody, Mark Asher, back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. Are you seeing what is going on in the home buying market right now? Unbelievable. Not enough inventory, and there is a ton of demand. Some of these homes are getting 30, 40, 50 offers on them. How are you going to stand out? How are you going to differentiate yourself from the other buyers who are in line? I have a way. Use the Lund Mortgage Team. Lund Mortgage Team is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience right here in the Valley. They have a great reputation, and it is a trustworthy pre-approval. And on top of that, they are quick. That's one of the things. You got to come equipped and be ready to buy. So what you need to do is make that first phone call to 623-875-9940. That's 623-875-9940. Get that pre-approval going and then get yourself ready to go buy that home of your dreams. Go online, lundmortgageteam.com, or call 623-875-9940.
Last year, nobody knew what to expect. This year, it's an entirely different story. New rookies, new leadership, new expectations. The NFL is back, and it's exclusively on The Fanatic, including playoffs and the Super Bowl. You won't hear it anywhere else. Your home for the NFL, 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports.
Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. And yes, fantasy football. We're only 2 weeks away. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Ah, yes. And of course, we've got our draft on Saturday. And right now, please welcome to the craziness, CJ or The Siege or Christopher Kaltenbach. How do you say your name? I don't know. It's on the Zoom thing here. I don't know what we're supposed to call you. I asked you the other day and you said, "Oh, Kirk." Come on, you have to have a choice. You have, if you don't tell us what to call you, they're going to come up with some really mean stuff, man.
Oh, I'm used to mean stuff. We can go with that. Siege is fine.
All right, Siege. We're going to call you Siege. From here on out, we've christened you Siege on the Daily Blender. Thank you so much for being with us. People are very excited to get to talk to you and get to know you. And there's already a bunch of questions up on the screen right now for you. We've got our Daily Blender Fantasy Football League's drafts this Saturday at noon. And so people are, a lot of question marks around who is going to be great, who are the sleepers, that sort of thing. So before we get to their questions, you want to kind of fill us in on your philosophy for drafting. Where do you go if you've got one of the, your top picks? Do you have are you strict? Like, oh, you must get wide receivers. This is a PPR league. Are you sort of feel your way like it's jazz? Tell us how the Siege does his fantasy football draft.
Yeah, so it really just depends the room on you're in, right? You just got to know the room you're in. So if it's a wide receiver heavy room, beat the rush to the wide receivers. If it's a running back room, beat the rush to the running back. You want to start the run. You don't want to end them.
Really?
And so that just means knowing who's in your league.
Right. Okay. So knowing, what they're going to run after is sort of thing. You want to beat them to their own punch is what you're saying.
Right. And just like, for example, if you get Devontae Adams and then there's a run on wide receivers and someone 5 picks later takes, DeAndre Hopkins, well, you definitely have won that exchange, right? Devontae Adams is a higher ranked player and a more likely to be a better player than DeAndre Hopkins, and you use basically equivalent capital to get them.
All right. So you have to nobody in these leagues really knows each other. I mean, a lot of these, we've moved over from one platform to another. We've got over 100 people playing in our fantasy football leagues. They don't know each other. They don't know how to strategize against each other. Maybe a couple of people have played together. So without having that knowledge of the people you're up against, what is a surefire way to go? Is it just get the best player on the board, or is it like 2 wide receivers, then go to the running backs, then go to the tight ends, then go to is there any sort of at least basic plan that works?
I mean, let's just say this, it's cliche, right? The best player available has never failed anyone. Right? Like if you get the best player at every single spot, every time you take a pick, you're going to have the best team possible. It's cliche. Now, of course, if you knew exactly who the best player would be, you would be in the Hall of Fame and you would be retired because you would have made tons of money playing fantasy football. So it's not that simple, right? There's obviously variance and injuries and things like that. But, for me, if you have an early first-round pick, there's nothing wrong with taking your Christian McCaffrey, your Dalvin Cooks, your Zeke Elliott's, your Alvin Kamara's, your Derrick Henry's. Get that spot locked in, and then you can focus on those another running back, those wide receivers, those tight ends. There's nothing wrong with that.
I have a question, Siege. Hi, Randy White, 1580, The Fanatic. I'm the staff meteorologist. Listen, what's your stance on, for example, you mentioned Christian McCaffrey. You mentioned some of these other guys. What's your stance on Christian McCaffrey and Saquon Barkley, where they're at right now?
So Christian McCaffrey is the 1.01. You take him first overall. You don't think about it. You don't get cute. You don't overthink it. He's the best player by far. He will have the highest win percentage of any player in any format this season in the first round. He's the best player. You take him. Saquon Barkley, on the other hand, has been a player that I have simply avoided. I actually just took my very first share of Saquon Barkley, and it was like draft 400 and something, like 480. And I finally decided to take a share when he fell to me late in the second round. I'm worried about him early in the season. I'm worried about him late in the season if the team is terrible. I just think there are other guys around there that you don't have to worry about whether they're going to play in the weeks you need them to play.
Hey, Siege, can we try something real fast? Can you just unplug your little earbud thing and just talk to us on the regular phone there? Because it kind of sounds like you're talking in a bucket. You got a really pretty city skyline there behind you. So there must be a lot of glass in your penthouse suite there, buddy.
There definitely is a ton of glass in this room.
Oh, well, that didn't make any kind of difference, did it? All right. So are you ready for some questions from the super fans there, Siege?
Let's do it.
All right. So here we go. Hefty Lefty says, welcome, Siege. Always nice to have different fantasy opinions here on the Blender. As for advice, who do you suggest for the final foursome next week? Should I go all ball strikers or throw in a good mix of putters and short game pros?
What?
And this is fantasy football, Hefty Lefty. We're not talking golf. What the hell's wrong with you?
I was gonna say, I haven't even looked at golf yet.
Hefty Lefty, though, did have a question about running backs, but I was so disgusted I moved on. Let's see. Silly Rabbit says, out of Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Saquon Barkley, or George Kittle, I can only keep three. Who would you leave out? Who would you pass on in that group? Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Saquon Barkley, or George Kittle?
I would just leave out Josh Allen. Quarterbacks are very replaceable, just about every fantasy league. So take the other three, drop Josh Allen. You can get a good quarterback later in the draft. So I would drop him.
And guys, I want you to remember, at least going forward, when it's actual play weeks, when you ask a question, don't throw 4 people, 5 people at this poor guy. He doesn't. We don't want to overamp his brain circuits. It's just, a guy versus guy, or who would you take makes more sense. Screaming Eagle says the majority of fantasy points are achieved by running backs and wide receivers. Do you draft quarterbacks in the later rounds, defenses in the last few rounds, kickers in the last round? What's a good rule of thumb?
Those rules are perfect. So I definitely am trying to not be the first man in the room to take a quarterback. The Joe Burrows, the Trey Lances, the Russell Wilson's, even if he falls a little bit, that's where I want to be in quarterback. I'm not going to be in the market for Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen. Get those running backs, get those wide receivers, get an elite tight end, especially this season. Getting one of those elite tight ends, I think, is going to be very helpful. And then, towards the last 2 rounds, get your kickers, get your defenses. You're going to rotate through them anyway. No reason to waste any good draft capital on them.
Robert Surprise says, with a number 3 pick, who do you think is the best running back, the third best running back?
Yeah, so the third pick is the absolute worst one to have this season by far, right? You have the first 2, Christian McCaffrey, Dalvin Cook, and then there are just a bunch of guys that are very similar. I have Zeke Elliott third. That Dallas offense is the best of the bunch. You're looking at New Orleans or Tennessee, and I have the Dallas offense the highest rated. I think they're going to score the most touchdowns. Therefore, I went with Zeke, but couldn't blame you if you like Kamara or Derrick Henry. They're very close.
Yeah, are you a little bit disappointed with the way the NFL has gone with the running backs? Used to be, we got a guy. Now you got all these running back by committees, which is sort of diluting the running back fantasy football points. And then you got like a handful of studs, and with the rest not really helping you win a game. How do you work against running back by committee?
I mean, I enjoy it, right? Because this is what I do. I do this, I research it, I read every single report that I can possibly get my hands on, right? So I enjoy it because I feel like more running back cut by committee means more research is going to do better. So I enjoy it. But, if you don't get one of those first few stud running backs and you're kind of looking at guys that are in committees, don't panic. Don't reach. Go get that elite wide receiver. Go get that elite tight end. You can play those running back game later. You don't have to panic. Don't panic pick. That's the best piece of advice I can give you.
So in our leagues, one of the thoughts I had was to increase the importance a little bit, not crazy amount, but a little bit of the quarterback to try to help balance that out so that you don't have 3 teams with these amazing running backs just stomping everybody else in the league. Is that a good way to go, or do you think I've made a horrible mistake?
I think it's a great way to go. It's funny. One of the best leagues I play in, it's called the Scott Fish Bowl, and it's an industry league, and they basically have created scoring where basically every position is equal. And so your goal is to just simply take the most talented players and build the best roster. So increasing the weight of quarterbacks, making you think about taking them early, yeah, that's definitely better. I think if you have all the positions be almost about the same, then it becomes about who actually performs the best.
Why don't more people do that? Why has everything gone to a PPR league thought process?
Because people like simple.
Okay. I get what you're saying. So it's the dumbed down version of fantasy football, but the original creators in that hotel lobby were probably thinking, no, let's just make all these guys worth something and to make it fun.
Well, I mean, they did PPR is even like the first transition. There didn't used to be PPR, right? And if you didn't get LaDainian Tomlinson, you were in trouble. So, PPR is an improvement, and over time the game will get better, right?
Yeah, well, you always hope for something better. Let's get some more questions here off the text line. Let's see here. Hefty Lefty says, I'm imagining Fred Savage when I hear the Siege talking. It's actually very soothing. He thinks you sound like the kid from the Wonder Years. Boogie says, all right, 2 quarterback league, 6 points for throwing touchdown. Do you have to take quarterbacks in the first 3 rounds then?
That's the format where, you can actually argue about taking Patrick Mahomes first overall. 6-point touchdown, 2 quarterbacks, because you're going to need to have 3 or 4 on your roster. So that's definitely the league where you can consider it. I would say you don't have to take one by the end of the 3rd round, but in rounds 4, 5, and 6, I would be planning on taking 2 or 3 quarterbacks. You don't want to get stuck playing which 4th string quarterback is now playing because someone got hurt game. It's not a lot of fun. I've tried it.
Hates Happy Hour says, is TJ Hawkinson what you would call an elite tight end?
No, Jared Goff doesn't allow anyone to be elite in their offenses. That's the short answer.
Yeah.
He's a really good player, but he's already dealing with a shoulder injury, and it's Jared Goff, and that coaching staff is what I call dinosaur philosophy, not exactly revolutionary.
Chamoy says, what rookie has the best chance for a breakout fantasy season?
Which rookie has the best chance of a breakout season? Trey Lance.
Really?
Number 3 overall pick to the Giants. I don't know if he'll start week 1, but his talent is just awesome. He's got an amazing offensive coaching staff and Kyle Shanahan. Playmakers all over the field. Kittle, Samuel, Ayuk, Sermon, Mostert. It's just hard to not imagine if he plays in that offense with his rushing ability, he could be a top 3 or 4 quarterback that you get very late.
He also asks who your biggest sleeper is, as in will put up way more points than their ADP.
Byron Pringle, Kansas City, wide receiver. So Sammy Watkins is now gone. Nicole Hardman is the consensus pick to be that number 2 receiver, but we just haven't seen it from Hardman. We've seen Mahomes throw it to Pringle in the red zone before when guys were hurt. He's been open. Both sides love each other, and I just really think it's a breakout season for Byron Pringle. So he's a guy I would get late, and that Kansas City's offense is awesome, and 3 wide receivers are on the field most of the time there anyway.
Dick Whiskers says, is it okay to take Patrick Mahomes with a 2nd or 3rd pick in the draft?
Not unless you're in a 2 quarterback league. If you're in a 1 quarterback league, you really just got to hold off. I know having Mahomes is fun, but it really just hurts your roster construction.
All right. Screaming Eagle says, I don't have much time to research multiple fantasy websites. Is RotoWire a good website? What's a good fantasy football research website?
I mean, so I'm biased, right? FantasyGuru.com, the one I work for, I personally think is the best. But RotoWire out there is fantastic. They do a good job as well. So, yeah, if you're looking for a one-stop shop, I would obviously recommend the one I work for. I'd be silly not to. It's a good way to get yourself fired pretty quickly. Yeah. But, RotoWire, I have a description to it. I definitely use it as well.
Well, so FantasyGuru.com is what you okay, gotcha. FantasyGuru.com. Random texter says, Jeffrey, can you do me a favor and tell all players from League One to go into the feed and cast their vote? Oh, they're trying to change the time of the draft. Yeah, okay. So if you're in League One, go do that. Hefty Lefty says, which Bronco receiver will be the best value in round 7? Jerry Jeudy or KJ Hamler?
A little too early for KJ. I would go ahead and take Jerry Jeudy in round 7. I'm down on this Broncos offense, though. Starting Teddy Bridgewater over Drew Lock is just brutal.
Yeah, brutal. You must be a Bronco fan because I don't think anybody should take any Broncos players, period.
I'm such a Drew Lock. I'm a Drew Lock stan. I just think he might be good, and Teddy Bridgewater I know is not. Ugh, so frustrating.
So basically, the Siege is, he has just given us all this knowledge, all this insight, and everybody's leaning into their radio, listening to every word he says.
And then he then follows that up by proving my point. No matter how smart you are, no matter how good you are, every sports person on the planet becomes an insufferable, dopey homer once you start talking about their guy or their team.
For sure.
You have just shown your cards. Now, I would imagine that is what people use to beat you in your leagues.
You try at the very best to not be biased, right? You try very hard to look at the numbers and the situations. But, definitely after Teddy Bridgewater became the starter, I definitely did relooked at my Denver numbers and went, oh no, these were just all very optimistic. Pat Shermer was still the offensive coordinator. What were you thinking? Thank God this happened or you wouldn't have fixed it.
Well, everybody's got a weak spot. Russ Bliss, it was his Rams. Rosalie Michaels, it was her Cowboys. And now we know that the Siege. Now, are you a Bronco fan too, or were you just high? Maybe you were just high, but were you just high on Drew Lock?
I was just high on what Drew Lock could unlock for that offense.
So who's your team?
Sutton deep, Judy and fans underneath. It was awesome. He had the cannon that could unleash it all, but.
So
Teddy Bridgewater is thinking dunk.
Who's your team?
I'm a Patriots guy. I'm originally from Boston.
Oh, okay. So, wow. You don't sound like a guy from Boston.
I've lived in the Midwest for over a decade. It only comes out when I'm back in Boston or after maybe one or two too many drinks.
From Boston. Papa Mike says, wow, CJ is giving some great advice. Can't wait to hear his takes 3 weeks down the road. Good choice bringing on the Siege. All right. Thanks for that, Papa Mike. Let's see. Thundar the Santa Barbarian says, first Phil, now the Siege. I'm not the only Broncos fan anymore. Yay! Well, he's not a Broncos fan. Sorry. You spoke too soon on that one. Boogie says, is Johnny Unitas worth a number 5 first-round draft pick? Tell Jeffrey he's wrong. Oh, brother. Listen, you know what, Siege? This is a fun way to get to meet you and have these guys get to know you. Now, we're going to have you back every week before the Thursday night football game so that people can ask you the questions. Right now, it's all fun and games. And once everybody's drafted their teams, they're going to start saying, do I play this guy or do I play that guy? And they're usually weeping when they type. So I hope you're ready for this, crew.
That sounds like a plan. Trust me, you're not alone in those decisions. I look at my own rosters and go, who should I start? And it becomes so simple when you think you know all the answers, but Lord knows you don't.
Once you're too close to it, it ain't it. Yeah. But I understand what you're saying. Somebody can even ask me a question. I'll be like, oh, it's easy. Did it? Then I could be sitting there for about 38 minutes going, yeah, but this kicker here, it's frustrating. Hey, by the way, why don't you give us your credentials? I know we're running late for a break here, but real quick before we go, give us your championship credentials, because all people are going to say, well, who's this guy, Siege? What has he done? Tell them about your championship record.
Yeah, so I've been doing fantasy sports professionally. God, it's so weird to say still. Since 2014, this is what I do full time. I work for Fantasy Guru and EliteFantasy.com. I am digging into the data all the time. Have had a ton of success with the daily fantasy side, and a buddy 4 or 5 years ago said, hey, you got to make the transition over to seasonal. It's fantastic. And really haven't looked back since. Best balls are a huge part of the format now. It's a huge part of the game. And it's really almost year round now. So it's definitely been a blast. But yeah, this is what I do full time. So, I'll pop off the air and I'll fire up a couple more drafts. That's what I do.
You got championships is what you're saying. You got the belts. You got the trophies.
Yeah, they're all behind the screen. We don't showcase them. That's not nice, apparently. That's what I was told. So I put a screen up.
No, we want to see them. We want to see them next time. We want to see those trophies. We don't mind. We want to make sure that our fantasy football guru has got the goods to back it up. So don't be shy. Don't be modest.
It's just, come on, everyone's got trophies. It's not that cool.
No, not everyone.
They will this year. How about that?
There you go. You listen to the Siege. And you're going to do just fine. Siege, thanks so much, buddy. We'll talk to you again soon, all right?
All right, sounds great, guys.
All right, guys, we got to take a break. And we come back, we'll wrap this thing up. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Want to hear something amazing? Discover matches all the cash back you earn on your credit card at the end of your first year, automatically, dollar for dollar, with no limit on how much you can earn. Extra cash? Come on, how amazing is that? In fact, it's even more amazing when you realize all the places where Discover is accepted. 99% of places in the U.S. that take credit cards. So when it comes to Discover, get used to hearing yes more often. Learn more at discover.com/yes. 2021 Nielsen Report. Limitations apply.
Your favorite radio station.
And now you're up to date on the news. Stand by for weather and traffic right after this.
It wakes you up, starts your day, and keeps you informed as well as entertained.
You guys are absolutely the best.
How do you like to work here?
At The Fanatic, we're looking for commissioned sales reps to knock on doors, set up appointments, and extol the benefits of advertising with your favorite radio station. Send your resume to jobs at 1580thefanatic.com.
If you're considering refinancing or getting a home loan, listen up. This is Dale Hellestray, and when you need a mortgage, the team I use is led by my good friend, Jeff Locks. And here's why. Jeff and his team negotiate with over 50 lenders to find the best possible deal. Your home has gone way up in value over the past year, so why not utilize your home equity to reduce your monthly expenses or even pay off some debts? Interest rates are still at all-time lows, and if you obtained your current mortgage prior to 2020, you can save a lot of money. Here's the best part. There's absolutely no lender fees. Jeff is truly Arizona's low-cost lender with over 30 years of experience. So call Jeff Locks, and if Jeff can't save you money, you'll get a free $50 Amazon gift card. This is a winning play, so call Jeff today, 480-202-0692. That's 480-202-0692.
Jeff Locks, NMLS number 1003782, National Mortgage License number 181106, Bear Financial Group, AZMB-0904774, Equal Housing Opportunity.
Mortgage rates keep dropping. Whether you're looking to reduce your payments, pull cash out, or shorten your term, take advantage of District Lending's new lower rates. 15-year fixed rates as low as 1.99% APR and 30-year fixed rates as low as 2.49% APR. Call or text 480-694-7890 or check out districtlending.com/rates. That's districtlending.com/rates. NMLS 183-5285, Equal Housing Lender. Mortgage rates subject to change. This is not a commitment to lend.
8 Out presents Terrifying Jobs.
Snake handler, take one.
This is a really terrifying job. Today we're talking with James Hall, a snake wrangler at the Phoenix Zoo. You handle really creepy, venomous creatures. Given the hazards, why do you do it?
I've been fascinated by reptiles since I was a child.
Tell me about your little friend there.
So this is Bear Hug. He's a Burmese python. We have him here at the Phoenix Zoo.
He kind of makes my skin crawl. Is there anything that rattles you?
Yeah, distracted drivers terrify me.
This message is brought to you by ADOT, KBA, and this station.
Before becoming a professional announcer, I took the announcer oath, which forbids me from misleading listeners.
Just wrap your heads around the reality of that.
That means I speak the truth when I say...
You can listen to us on your smart speaker.
Just say, listen to 1580 The Fanatic.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. Screaming Eagle says, hey, Jeffrey, that was fun with the Siege. I'm looking forward to Saturday's draft. Good for you, man. And listen, don't stop asking questions. This is all a learning process for everybody. And by the way, I told Siege off air, like, okay, we got to get you some better audio. I've never seen somebody have a phone call like that where it's like they unplug their headset and it sounds exactly the same. I was going to say you must have an iPhone, so I don't know what the hell's going on there. Anyways, we'll get that sorted out. Kiss the Cook says, got the spaghetti squash for you. Looks like a boob. What kind of salad you want, honey? Tossed? I'm funny. Papa Mike says, wait, what? Broncos offense? What? Number one Rattlers fan says, hey, what are your thoughts on a bid in an auction? Keeper's $200 salary, 14 team, 18 roster spots, just bought 168 BN. Rattlers fan, there was a whole lot of information there, and I don't really know exactly what you would have been thinking or he would say to you if he had still been on the line to hear that. Does anybody understand anything he just said there?
No.
No, I have no idea either. Listen, because well, it's that kind of day. Let's just go ahead and take care of this real fast, shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, it's time now for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 1939, the very first professional baseball game was broadcast live on television when the Brooklyn Dodgers split a doubleheader with the Cincinnati Reds at Ebbets Field in Brooklyn, New York.
The game was broadcast by NBC on station W2XBS in the Empire State Building, a television station that was later named WNBC. So there you go. Yeah, television set owners as far away as 50 whole miles were able to watch this and hear the roar of the crowd in their living rooms. And thus began.
Yeah.
Then thus began.
I believe Joe Buck was on the call.
Yeah, the original Joe Buck or this current Joe Buck?
Current Joe Buck.
Yeah. And I'm sure people hated him too. I'm sure they were yelling at this. Shut the Buck up. Come on. Why has it got to be this guy? I don't even know who he is. Yeah. Well, what is up with that? Oh, honey, I think they've invented something else new. Yo, what's that? It's called the hair plug. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's interesting.
Oh, wow.
That's great. Okay.
He went right there.
Yeah, he did.
Why not? Hey, by the way, I can't remember how you feel about AJ Green. Are you excited to have AJ Green? I mean, he hasn't had a 1,000-yard game since 2017, but he's very happy to be here. He says, I don't mind being DeAndre Hopkins' sidekick. He says, I'm team first. And he says, I always like playing with another good guy.
Well, I heard old what's his name from Monday Night Football, the guy I like so much. What's his name?
Louis Riddick.
Louis Riddick. Yeah, he said he was at the Cardinals practice a few weeks ago when the Monday night team was out here, and he was watching the practice and he was trying to figure out who this big guy was out there jumping up and grabbing balls and had that explosive speed. And sure enough, it was AJ Green. So he was pretty excited about that, and I am too. I think AJ Green has sort of new life. He's with a team now that is supposed to be an exciting and dynamic offense, and I'm sure it's kind of rejuvenated him. And so I'm excited for AJ Green to be really a cog in the wheel of this offense.
AJ Green wasn't really healthy last year, so that was part of the reason why he didn't look as good. And he's certainly not the AJ Green that was in his prime. But that guy can be a fantastic number 2 receiver. Yeah. He's still got that much in him.
He's not as AJ Greeny as he used to be, but as long as he stays healthy, he'll give you some help. He'll give you some help.
I believe so. Yeah.
So your rookie, Rondale Moore, he used to wear number 4 at Purdue.
Yeah.
And so he shows up in the Arizona Cardinals and he's like, "Hey, Andy Lee, you're just a punter. So what do you say?" Oh, Andy Lee's like, "Just a punter. Hey, buddy, I've been wearing number 4 for 17 NFL seasons, Yeah, a little somebody named Adam Vinatieri and I, number 4, punters, okay? So, just a punter. You know what? If I weren't just a punter, I would whoop your ass." And it was Rondale Moore was like, "Hey, we'll take it easy. I guess I'll be number 85 then."
We'll take it.
Yeah.
Who's this rookie coming in here trying to take away a veteran's number?
I don't know. But then JoJo Ward got released and he had number 14. And Andy Lee was like, "Tell you what, hey, rookie, I'll switch to number 14 because there's still a 4 in the number.
Yeah.
You could have number 4, but it's going to cost you."
Well.
So, Rondale Moore had to pay Andy Lee an undisclosed amount of money. Kingsbury says, Rondale Moore does not like to spend money at all, ever. So it hurt him, but he was happy to get the number. And Moore said earlier in camp, he bought his mother a house and, he would have. No, he bit, So that's the only money. He bought his mom a house and he bought number 4 off of Andy Lee. I think that is hilarious.
It's the clash of the respect ladder, to be completely honest, because who gets the most respect there? Is it the rookie or is it the punter? Because in about 3 years, Rondale Moore is going to look at this punter and go, "Who are you?"
No, it's the rookie. The rookie gets more respect because the punter's not a real football player.
I agree, but the fact of the matter is he got punked by the punter. He had to pay an undisclosed amount of money, which I assume is a lot.
Which is really sad that he got punked by a punter.
Someone should have had his back. This is just signs here of a locker room. I'm not certain. There's no way I'm a wide receiver, veteran wide receiver, DeAndre Hopkins, AJ Green, and I let Rondale Moore come in.
Well, he's a
rookie. I think
he is a rookie, but if we're going up against the punter, our receiver room, our position group has more respect.
Have this little tidbit in your back pocket, Keon. You're the rookie here. And
that is correct, but there's no punter for me to turn to.
I guarantee you, both Randy and I, we would let you just blunder into something, even if it meant you get caught on fire. We're going to be like, watch. You know,
well, this entire time I've just been moving in the absolute confidence that Randy and Jeffrey had my back, and apparently,
no, whoa. We got your back.
Yeah, we do.
Right.
If anybody from the morning show were to mess with you, we've got your back.
Oh yeah.
You know, but if you happen to blunder into Radio Ron's office and say the wrong thing, we're going to just laugh our asses off.
You're on your own.
Yeah. You know, if you're going to go in there and be like, yeah, bullying is stupid. And so is Michigan. Michigan State is stupid. Or if you say, hey, I heard you're a big Michigan fan. They'd be like, Michigan State. You know?
Yeah, that'll get you in trouble.
Yeah, we'll let you step in.
Yeah.
I feel like I should be taking notes right now.
But we got your back. We got your back against, the ones that matter. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I am sure DeAndre Hopkins and AJ Green will have Rondale Moore's back when it comes to other players, other teams, other situations.
But while they were watching him pay this punter thousands of dollars, they were just in the corner cackling.
Watch this idiot.
Check this guy out.
And guess what else we're going to do? We're going to make him buy dinner like forever as he's a rookie. Every time. Rookie, pay for it. That's the way it works. Hey, we got some time here. Should we spin the wheel of sports there, Randy?
Why not? Let's have some fun with it.
Do it. So now, first thing I thought when I saw this, Rory McIlroy says he's mentally and physically exhausted. Just played too much golf.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, not only are you a millennial, you're also a whiny little bitch. But then I saw something else, another headline that I had not seen. It says, new papa Rory McIlroy.
Yeah.
So he's got a baby at home. So now I have to feel bad. Do I have to feel bad that he's tired all the time?
I'm guessing the tiredness is coming from the baby, not the golf. So you got to feel a
has
little
enough money that somebody else should be handling
Yeah.
the baby so he can get his Z's, so he can go out and professionally earn the millions of dollars playing a game that helps support the family. And I think the wife should be understanding that. I'm not saying the wife should handle everything. I'm saying, hey, he's making millions of dollars golfing. Put a little money in there for somebody to watch the baby. So you can get your Z's, man. Because now, guess what? He's not out there golfing in a tournament where he can make some money.
This guy flies around in private jets. He has his own chartered flights. He probably has his own jet. He stays in beautiful houses on tour. He doesn't stay at the Motel 6. He's not living out of a suitcase. This guy has got millions upon millions upon millions of dollars. And he plays golf for a damn living. Give me a break.
Yeah, okay. So it's not just me.
Yeah, just depends on what his wife wants. If she wants them to be the ones taking care of the kid.
No, I'm sure there's some of that, but come on, man. Come on.
Listen, I think as men, we should always do our part. We should wake up with the baby as well and stuff. But if you are an athlete and you have to take care of business, I'm not saying put it on the wife. That's still not right. But by God, take a little of that those earnings you've got, get yourself a nanny, and that way both you and the wife can get some sleep.
I agree. What else is it for? Like, what else is the point of making millions of dollars?
Because Randy White does not want to hear you say, I was just summoning up the effort to get out of bed for a 7:20 Pro-Am tee time.
I just played so many holes of golf.
It's all I have to do today.
You know what he gets to show up to those Pro-Ams? He gets an appearance fee, and usually it's 6 figures. Come on, man. Give me a break. You played golf for a living.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. I knew you'd appreciate that, Randy.
Wow.
All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this Thursday edition of the Daily Blender, and we will be back in your air-conditioned radios. Yes, that's right. Studio feels nice. We'll be back in your radios again tomorrow at 3 p.m. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Have a good night.